Hello, everybody. Welcome to Marquee Gaming today. Good to see you. Welcome in. Glad you have joined us. Hope your day is going well. And yeah, hopefully you will have a good time being here with us. So, we are ready for some D&D today. I'm feeling a little better. Last Sunday I was fine. Sunday night I was not fine. And then I've been recovering this whole week. And if you've seen streams throughout the week, you've probably seen various stages of health as I've gone. But I caught the beep boop virus from Kelly, and
I coughed into my mic and it transferred.
Exactly.
So we were saying it morphed.
It's the beep boop
It
virus. It has gone viral, and I got it.
That's good. I liked that.
But yeah, I'm here. I'm doing okay, and we'll get through this session, and we'll start off with some introductions from our players on who they are and what they're doing, and then we'll get into the session. So, Rachel, take it away.
I was dropping stuff, but I'm here now. Hi, I'm Rachel. I like to draw and post art, so if you want to look at my art, you can go to Instagram and Twitter at pet400art. I'm trying to be a little more active in there, so we'll see how long that lasts, but this week I did a good job. I posted like 3 times, so yay me. And I also stream. Oh, thank you. I also stream on this channel on Mondays at 3:30 CST, so I'll be around tomorrow if you want to hang out with me. I'm not sure what I'll be working on, but it'll be fun. So, yeah. See you at 3:30, hopefully. And for this game, I play Karis, a 17-year-old, level 12 Shadow Sorcerer. And, yeah, she's still recovering from a lot of slugs. That's going to take time, I think, to heal.
Probably.
But other than that, she's doing great.
Is that real life or is that Karis?
Both.
Yeah, pretty gross.
I should have worn yellow today. What was I thinking?
You
That
dressed
was a
up like
bad
a slug
idea.
today. It's great.
No.
The yellow, I got the green. We got the beige. Yeah, we got all the slug colors.
Oh no.
I was gonna say something else that we had, but I'm not gonna say.
Well, now you got
Okay,
to.
half of it.
We got the mucus as well. Okay.
Ah, there you
yeah.
go. There you go.
We got a lot of it.
I knew it too. I knew you were gonna say that.
Look,
Yeah.
Nico.
I didn't.
So just
We're all set.
We're all sick.
But yeah, that's Rachel playing Karis. So let's pass it on down to Kelly.
Hello, my name is Kelly, and I play Raya, the level 12 rogue. And I'm excited to see, because I got a cool new feat, and I'm excited to use it today.
Very
It'll be
exciting.
fun.
Level
3
12.
feet now?
Yeah.
Level 12 is a big deal for especially our 2 pure full like 1 class people. So
Yeah.
it's a big deal.
I didn't get any more sneak attack dice, but next level I do. I'll have like 7.
Very exciting.
I'm excited.
That's awesome.
Wow, you guys are getting powerful. It's good to know. Good to know.
Trying.
Awesome. And we'll take it on down to our last player, but definitely not least. Michael, take it away.
Hello, everybody. My name is Michael. Also, Bardic Dice here on Twitch. Also stream a few D&D games. Wednesday is our Feywild night, the Wild Beyond the Witchlight, which is coming to a fast end here. So it's going to be a fun time. And then we'll have some kind of just laid back streams for a little bit. But we have some cool stuff coming up. The Project Line. So be sure to stay tuned for that. But Thursdays, I do the Homebrew Fates United game with Rachel and Mark. Fun time as well, both at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But today on Beacons, as I'm eating my guacamole, that now looks like slime and mucus, now that I think about it.
Got the
Thanks.
double dose of slime and mucus. Perfect.
Appreciate it, yeah. But I play Mithridon, a moon elf, He's a little 50-50 now, level 12, 6 paladin, 6 divine, soul sorcerer. So I didn't get a whole lot, but it was still a fun level for him. So I'm excited. We are working our way towards bigger and better things.
Super exciting hearing these builds fleshing themselves out. It's a good time.
Good for a TBK.
But if you haven't already followed Bardic Dice, please go do that. Go support him. And check us out on Thursdays over on that channel as well. We do share a Discord with Bardic Dice that you are more than welcome to join and be part of. It's an awesome community of different creators, artists, all kinds of artists, and awesome fun people as well. You can pop in there, join it, jump into discussions about almost any topic that's in there. Like, we got a lot of nerdy things and video games and D&D and all this other stuff, so jump in there, post maybe some things you're doing, get to know some people, make some friends. It's a good time. And we also have a channel in there that's called the Beacon Aura Chat, where people post gifts throughout the session, and they are hilarious, and I can already see there are some that are going to be posted in there. So you can go in there and post some as we go, and potentially break some of the players, or even myself, as we glance at them and start laughing, and it's ridiculous. So go ahead and pop in there and make us laugh. Even Rachel's in it now, too. It's great. Good times. All right. I am Mark. I'm the Dungeon Master, and I run things for this game. Pretty plain and simple. I don't know what else I need to say about myself right now.
You're amazing and the coolest, and you make worlds up in your mind and play them out online.
I do.
Your voice sounds very raspy and mysterious today.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a fun voice day today. So
you can be more like gritty.
There are certain times I wish I could like lock in these types of voices and just keep them for later, but it doesn't work like that, unfortunately. So
does that mean we're going up against Column?
That'd be pretty fun, wouldn't it? You guys ready for Column fight today?
Oh!
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. But let's get started with today's session first by kicking off with our intro. And we're back, everybody. Oh, man. Good thing we don't have hot mics during that part of it, right?
Why is it? This happens on Wednesdays, too. Why is it that everyone's so quiet until you get to the end of the intro, and then you're like,
that's because, like, there's the awkward silence just goes until someone's just like, I can't take it anymore, and they gotta say something.
And it's not even awkward. I guess I'm just like contemplating, and then all of a sudden I think of something. I'm like, oh, I want to say this, and then all of a sudden it's just we're back.
It's a good time.
I just think a little tic tac. I like to throw in.
But the stress is the person that has to switch back over to hot
true.
mics. It's a lot.
I'm sorry.
It's true.
I'm just yapping. I don't mean to.
It's like half the time you're like, we're going back live. That's it.
Yeah. This is over. We're going back.
I'll tell anyone anything. I don't care.
All right. Well, let's jump into today's session and get off to a good start with our session today. Session 77 today, which is crazy. Maybe it's a lucky day for you guys. So our party made a quick run into the city to go recast Gentle Repose on Eshill and make their way, talk to Mr. Shaw briefly, and they got a vehicle and started to head out to the east to meet with the Sun Elves with Brother Curtis and Gwynestri along with them as well. Along the way, there was a point where they noticed some strange yellow slugs that were in a leaf pile, kind of squirming around and coming from these roots that were part of Jarzagon, who they had killed a while back. And they seemed a bit aggressive. Looked like they kind of were trying to slide up weapons or get onto the party. But they left, went to the Sun Elves, started talking to them a little bit, reunited Brother Hibbert and Brother Curtis, and heard a little bit about the Sun Elves experiencing these slugs in the vicinity as well. They typically burn them away, they said. So the party, wanting to maybe investigate this a little more, decided they were going to go to the Elven Temple and see what was going on there. They head over there. They say a little prayer to maybe try to focus on getting some aid from Grathgor and Alasha, the sun and moon spirits that sort of rule each of the different tribes. And they then decide to go down into the lower section of this temple where Jarzagon was sealed beneath. They found that this section is caved in and they were unable to just get direct access to it. But with magic, all things are possible, right? So Karis grabbed Gwynestri and decided they were going to drop in there magically into the chamber. The first attempt was unsuccessful as they bounced back, but they didn't attempt it a second time, which maybe was a mistake because it was horrifyingly disgusting down there. Slugs were everywhere. They began dropping on them, biting them, and they burned as much as they could away, but they, in the chaos of it, Karis slipped and
in the corpse,
face planted into some old rotting root and was just covered in that stuff. The room was just covered, though. They did not have any way that they could burn away everything, so they got out of there and escaped the chamber. Very scarring. Definitely a scarring trip down there for...
Me and Gwen are like
Both of
best friends now, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like we shared an
I mean, you
experience.
can't go through that.
You
and not
you
be.
bonded over that with how horrifying that was, for sure. But
Next time Renan tries to make slime soup, puts it in the.
Nope.
so you guys then decide to go back to the Sun Elves, get some rest, and during the evening, Renan was keeping watch on sort of third watch, and noticed a bit of moonlight beam directed out to the west of the location, from where they were. Maybe as an indicator to an answered prayer that they had about trying to help Aleah. So, we're going to jump in as they are waking up the next morning. So, it's only Karis and Raya who are rolling wake-up rolls, because Renan's already awake.
Maybe I fell back asleep. It happens in real life all the time.
16.
4.
Alright, Raya, you are up first.
Okay. I'm thinking. I guess, yeah, how early is it?
It's pretty normal wake-up time for you. It's a little after sunrise, probably.
Okay. Did I see the light at, like, the beam, or is that only at night you could see it? Like, I didn't know if we could still see it if I looked around.
You don't see it.
Okay. I guess I'll talk to Ren and be like, hey, anything go on?
Yeah, kinda. There's there's like a moon beam, I guess. I think Elisha was pointing us towards Aleah.
Oh, really? Where was it?
His hand starts petting the sun elf cat that comes up.
Son of cat who's bothering me out of my zone. Where was it?
Out to the west.
I'm sorry, are we familiar with this area, Mark? We know it well. I forgot.
You would not be super familiar with this area, no.
Okay.
When you say out to the west, like, is this is this like between the city and this area, or is this like past the city to the west? Like, is it more of a directional
Like
thing, or is it?
mountains?
It is sort of like, instead of directly west, it's a little bit northwest, I'd say. You don't know scope of how far, but somewhere this direction, northwest of where you are, you would say that's where it is.
Oh. So there's definitely a possibility it's further than where we've gone before, potentially.
Essentially.
Oh. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it felt like really close. It'd be like in these woods or past that.
You would probably get a sense it's not horribly far away, like across the whole continent, but
Yeah.
it is northwest of where your location is.
Oh.
Okay. I guess then we'll just maybe we can wake Karis up and should we start heading that direction?
That's what you guys want to do. Want to get back to the city.
Be nice to have a person though to test
Yeah.
the control thing on.
And if we're heading that way, maybe I can stop by the village anyway.
Yeah. Plus, Aleah can apparently talk to dead people. Maybe she can do other things. I don't know.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like she raises the dead like Brother Herbert, more like reanimates them.
Just want to make
but
sure
still,
we
maybe who knows?
help her. She just seems so out of it, you know?
Yeah. Apparently, she wasn't always like that though. So maybe there's hope.
Speaking of which,
What?
Raya, you willing to, like, you know, be my guinea pig?
For what?
So I've been focusing on trying to learn purifying spell from Elisha that maybe will help us with our memories, maybe, or at least other things that happen. I kind of
Okay.
saw Shaw and Harris do like the dispel, break the magic stuff. I was thinking something similar, but I don't know if it's gonna work or not.
Just sit here?
You don't gotta, yeah, you just gotta sit there. But I'm hoping maybe he'll fix our memory stuff, but I don't know.
Should we try it when we get back to the city, and that way, if
Nope.
it wipes me out.
I just boop.
Okay. Do I feel anything?
What do you
I
cast?
put my hand on her shoulder and cast a remove curse.
All right.
Okay.
See if it does anything with our memory issues.
Kelly, or I guess Kelly, Raya.
Yes.
As he reaches out his hand and puts it on you. First of all, Renan, I need you to make me a spellcasting ability check.
So charisma, right?
It's
So I
yours.
get
Yeah.
just the modifier, right? Not the spell attack.
Yep, your ability check.
Something's happening.
I'm scared.
Which dodge is this important? I feel like a moon dice, yeah? And it's a Elisha, or do
Whatever
I
one's
get
your-
Pick the
whatever
dice
one's-
yet?
or a Mara dice? I don't know which one.
Just
What's
pick
luckier?
one. One your heart is
Rachel's-
saying to you.
Rachel's
Yeah,
like,
what does your heart tell
get
you?
it done. I want to know what's happening. 22.
You
And dice
feel
for the win.
yourself, Renan, fighting through to see if there's anything there, seeing if there's any sort of curse that would be upon this and affecting her memory. And you just focus in and bring that magic power from Aleah to try to heal whatever might be there. And Raya, as you feel that warm presence of this magic connect with you, suddenly, almost like a veil gets pulled away, and you remember both of the runes that you guys destroyed, like
Oh.
full out
Oh my
remember it.
gosh.
Do I remember when I first saw it back when we were first fighting Boy? Do I remember when I saw it then too?
Yeah, as you guys saw them, you remember it perfectly.
Okay. 'Cause I remember. So every time I've seen the runes, I remember now.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Yep.
Is there any other memory changes at all on it?
Just
Or is
that.
it just those?
She does not have any others that come to mind.
Because I also wasn't. We weren't there for like the initial. I don't know. I'd be curious to see what Brother Hibbert remembers, but Brother Curtis.
Yeah.
I guess I'll like. Because your hand is on my shoulder, I'll like grab it and be like, I remember the runes. I remember them.
Ah! Ah! He's like
Wait,
excited and
I'll be-
scared all
I'll
at
be-
the same time.
Then I'll be like, wait, I saw the rune. I saw the rune the first time when we fought Boyd. I found it, and I just forgot about it. The one on the floor. I saw it first. I pointed it out to you guys. Do you remember? I pointed it out and I showed it, and it was under that like barrier.
You mean like
remember
against
destroying
Dargazon, right? First time.
No, when we were fighting Boyd, I found it the first time when we died. And I forgot about it.
But
And
there
then we
wasn't
found it the
any.
second time.
There wasn't
and we
anything
forgot
that
about it.
time.
There was. We just forgot.
Really?
Wait, do it on yourself. Do it on yourself.
I'm also trying to figure out like how necessary it is right now.
That's true. Okay, I guess we could always try after we get Aleah, but you should do this on all of us because I promise
Yeah.
you guys will remember.
But I mean, if you remember, that means
Yeah.
we'll remember. So at least we know that.
So what made
I'm
us
kinda-
forget then?
Now, there's no way to like source any sort of the what he felt was the source of this, right? From that.
Nope.
I mean,
Huh.
obviously, guessing the demons have some sort of protection on these things. Try and
Hmm.
stop them from being recognized or destroyed or remembered, you know?
Well, at least we know you have this. So if this works, what if you did it? I wonder if you did it on Curtis. What would happen?
Yeah, his is more
I
powerful,
mean,
but we can see.
Even he forgot. I mean, he forgot about the runes, and he was looking right at it with us. I mean, it wasn't. He had us destroy it, and he even forgot. So, I wonder how much he's seen and has forgotten about. Well,
Yeah.
we could see if. Yeah, we should definitely use that when we go back to the city, and when you have the capacity to do it to all of us.
Everybody, just walk up to everybody, just shake their hands. We'll find like
Yeah.
certain age point, just everybody.
Or like, yeah, Helen or something like that. Like, I wonder how. I don't know. We should wake Karis up though and see if we can.
No, I'm really interested in. I'm actually kind of interested in Shaw. He's been around Stokes this whole time.
Yeah.
And also anybody around the beacon. But I don't know if this will work at that level. But
It might not, but at least for the try.
Hey, before we wake up, Karis, are you okay? You and I haven't talked much ever since everything's happened.
Yeah, I still don't know what to do about anything with my sister, but I'm hoping, like most stuff, the answer will kind of fall into place when it needs to, because I feel like I see her again, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Fall
I
in
don't know what
place.
we're gonna do. I don't know. Like, maybe we'll have information that'll change her mind, or a way to make her listen to us, or I don't know. I won't and can't kill her. I can't do that. But she's definitely serious about killing me, so it's tricky.
Fair.
But I don't know what to do or how to really feel about it yet. So I'm gonna see what happens. Also, it did worry me what Shaw said to us, like, before he was able to tell us much. It sounds like there could be stuff going on. I don't know what, but I'm nervous to find out what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. No, thank you for reminding me about that. That's, I think, why I wanted to get back
Wave
into the
anxiety.
city before, like,
Yeah.
maybe en route to find Aleah or something.
I think we should definitely. I think Aleah would be a really valuable resource, just because we could see if
agree.
Shaw can help her, then that could really help.
About
To know
tying
if
us
we,
up. Yeah.
yeah. But and plus, I don't know. I feel bad for her. She seems kind of confused and not quite well. So, but I do really want to get back to the city too, because I feel like the longer we're gone, the more potential there's for stuff to be happening, and we don't know about it.
Sure.
Yeah.
And everyone keeps on saying Aleah was a really sweet kid. She worked at the bakery.
That's what makes me, and that's what makes me nervous. If, like, we're going to be giving, potential injections to people to test out the control thing. Like, although the injections are outrageously beneficial, for the most part, they can go really, really wrong. And so if I knew, it'd make me feel, I wouldn't even call up my sister, Mel, to, like, see if she wanted an injection until I know that,
Yeah.
if Aleah can be cured, then I wouldn't be as nervous about it, because then it means that even if
Shaw
something
might
did go
have
wrong,
other
Shaw could
people that walked away and have injections that just don't use it.
That's true. And also, I mean, but then again, with an injection, like, look what it did for us. Like, it could potentially help you stay alive a lot longer. So, I don't know. I'll have to decide what
I
I do
mean,
with
to
that
be
too.
fair, I don't think I would have died here at the church if I had never gotten injected in the first place. So I mean, it's all about perspective.
Sure. I guess you put yourself in more danger at that point. But if especially with Mel already being out in, like, roaming rat territory, then I would feel better if she had some extra help, I guess.
Yeah,
An
I agree.
injection, but also if it could potentially warp her mind or make her, I don't
Think
know.
your sister will go after the rest of your family to get to you?
I don't know. I'm really not sure. I don't think that she would hurt them at all, but it's also but also I don't really know what she'd do anymore. I feel like she's changed a lot, and I don't really know her that well. So maybe she would. So I just want to, like, talk to her and figure out what's going on. But if she made a deal, but I also I want to know if she made a deal with Boyd. I'm curious if those hold up, like his deals hold up even after he's dead.
I mean, they do, right? We have our stuff.
He set that up for before he died,
Fair.
right?
You mean like power that he granted someone?
Yeah, like if he, or maybe I don't know, he might have given her something that would, he might have already fulfilled his end of the bargain, I
Could have
don't
just
know.
found an injection and injected her.
Or, like, I don't know, yeah, given her some powers that stay, I don't know, I'm not sure. But,
Well,
yeah.
we have a good chance of running into her. So.
It's worse. Don't want to, but I guess we'll find out as we head back.
Just want you to know you've done a lot for me and Karis. So don't feel like you can't open up to us whenever you need it. I'm always here for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Like I said, some of it I don't even know how to feel, especially about that, because I don't know, it's weird. It's hard because I don't really, I don't know. I feel like I don't know her that well anymore, so it feels like it's just hard to know what she'd say or do, and I don't like the unpredictability of it, and I have a feeling there's a way we could work it out and be okay, but also if she's gonna try to kill me before that, it's damaging it irreparably. I don't know. We'll see. But thank you. I appreciate
You
it.
get that.
And if we run into her, just I don't know. I don't know. If we run into her, we just kind of pull our punches, I guess, and
Not
just
the
try to
first
incapacitate
time
if possible.
people have tried to kill us. Now we're working with them.
That does give me hope. Some people we were dead set against, and it's been okay. So I'm hoping that will be the case. It'd be really helpful if, like I said, we could just somehow talk and not have to fight it out. But I guess we'll see. Like I said, I'm hoping an answer will kind of fall in place, and we'll be able to find a situation that where we can work it out. But we should wake Karis up though and get going.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm really surprised she's still sleeping while we're talking about all this. It's really impressive. But
Passed out.
Out of 4, so.
Very sleepy.
Renan just kind of like pats you on the arm, and then looks like he's about to give you like a handshake, and then just gives you a really big hug.
I'll hug
Slug.
back. Yeah, I'll hug back. Kind of like awkwardly at first, but then be like, okay, thank you.
You're so proud of you, Raya. You've become so much more than before.
Okay, all right. I'm clearly uncomfortable now.
Okay, it's fine. I'm just really happy for you.
Okay, all right.
Let's wake up, Garrus.
Right. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
Oh, I did really well. Hold on. 22.
All right. Sounds good.
What was it for? Do I feel something like
No.
I'm trying to?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Renan hugs.
Okay.
Renan hugs give wisdom saves that we don't know about.
I guess so. Okay. Okay. Yeah. We'll wake up Karis then.
Okay. So, Karis, you get woken up.
I'm so tired. I had nightmares about slugs all night.
Sorry.
I was gonna do something mean, but I won't. I just gonna. I'm just gonna pretend there was a slug on you, but I won't do that. I'm sorry you're dreaming about slugs, but good news, we might have a direction where Aleah is.
Why?
Apparently,
Aleah
Moonbeam
shown
is
to
over.
Moonbeam.
Oh my gosh,
Go that way.
Moon Lady is the best.
Also, if anyone's gonna be a superhero of killing slimy things, I think you are the best one here because you can like light things on fire and explode them. So don't be afraid of them. You got this.
I'm not afraid of little ones, but a bunch of little ones, then I get a little scared. Like in a cave where they're dropping from the ceiling on your head, and then they're crawling on your clothes, and like they're everywhere, and then you trip and fall on them, and then it's really bad.
That
I
is
just give her a
very
hug.
bad.
You'll be okay.
Sounds pretty bad.
Okay. Hey, before we go, because we're gonna go get her, right?
Yeah, I think we should.
Yes.
Do you want to go back to the city and check on Shaw too, like on the way? You're saying there's stuff was
On the
happening.
way. Where is
I
it?
mean, after?
Well, I mean, if
It would
it's
take-
past the city, yeah. I don't know if it is or not.
We'd be,
Not past this.
we'd be taking her to Shaw, though. I think.
You don't know if it is or not. He said we don't know.
Wait, I thought Mark just said where it was, and it was in the woods.
Yeah, it was like this like point that like went this whole direction.
Yeah. So northwest was the direction. So if you just travel like a line out northwest, it's somewhere along that line.
Oh, okay.
It could
That's
be.
not near this. That's not near the city at all, though.
It is not.
Well, What are you talking about? Like, if we go past it, we could go city and then up, sort of thing. Like, if we
It's
want.
just different directions.
That's-
But yeah.
Yeah. I thought we were just gonna go straight for it.
I mean, we can.
Oh,
just-
okay.
Just,
It just seems
saying
so out of the
Shaw's-
way to go all the way that way, so I guess that's what was confusing me.
Just
why you
also,
said that.
we said we'd bring the car back soon, and Shaw seemed very worried about something. So just want to put that out there.
I think we should just go get her.
We can definitely try. We probably
'Cause,
can't take
yeah.
the car
Yeah, it's okay. Where was it?
that way. And I have no clue how far.
We
Also,
always drive until.
Raya remembers everything now.
Oh yeah.
What?
Ren did this
thing.
thing on me as well, and I remember all the runes. And every time we saw them, even but we forgot every single time. I remember now.
Did you learn how to do the thing?
Yeah, well,
Where'd you get
not
the
the same.
diamond dust?
It's like it's not it's not the same thing. It's like a lower version of it. I was trying to like
Oh.
work with a lash on something that would like purify someone, kind of like a similar version of like how you dispel things that Shaw taught you, but it's different.
Oh.
Like burns away like bad things that happen to people.
How much diamond dust does it take?
Apparently none. Unless I forgot to look.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, none.
That's
Oh.
really cool.
Like my faith, Lasha powers it.
Oh. That's cool.
So we're gonna once we get back to the city or get a safe place where we can rest. We're gonna try it all, or I was gonna have him try it on all of us.
Yeah.
That way.
And we could try it on Brother Curtis.
That's what
Okay.
I thought too, just to see.
And
Well-
I want to try it on the elder. Who knows? He was one of the ones that came here.
Who?
The elder moon elf that got his memories, some of his memories back.
Oh. Or
Right.
Sab.
Could be helpful.
I don't know if Sab. I was gonna ask if Sab was part of the people that came here, or if she was,
She was.
born after she was.
She was. So was my mom. Actually, I kind of wanted to talk to her before we leave. I just wanted to
Huh?
ask her some things.
Sure. Do you want to talk to her alone, or?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
I mean, I guess if you want to come, you can.
No, that's fine.
But
We'll talk to the family. You can ask her if she wants us to try this memory thing on her.
okay. That
She
sounds
may
good.
not want me to.
Yep, I could definitely see that.
Yeah, I don't even know with her. I'm gonna try what Gwen said though. She said that Sab is. Wait, I forgot what she said. She kind of said like that.
I forgot.
She kind of said that like Sab acts like she doesn't care as much, but she does or something. So I'm gonna try not to get as mad as her, but we'll see what happens. No promises.
Okay.
But you got this.
Okay. But then we can go get Aleah.
Yeah.
Leah?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm
Thanks,
real worried about her. I feel like she's been in the woods for a long time.
Like,
If she
Fine,
survived this
like,
far, then
She might not have powers anymore because we killed Jarzagon.
oh, that's right. She had. Well, yeah, you're right. Maybe.
was
I mean,
before.
maybe if she was like getting powers from him. I was just guessing because that's what happened with Rodden and
Could
Zangul,
be.
True.
and Jarzagon was given, Sab powers and stuff.
That's true.
I don't know.
Smart.
I'm just worried about her.
Me too. And if we could bring her to Shaw, that'd be at least helpful. At least she'd be taken care of and not in the woods by herself.
Being creepy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go talk to her and then I'll come back.
Okay.
Really fast. Really fast, guys. I'm sorry. I forgot to plug in my computer, so I'm gonna get my cord really fast. So I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I pat you on the back and cast.
Oh no, she
Guidance.
turned off her camera. Well,
Make
now
it
I'm
work.
Riot.
Yeah.
Sorry, what did you say?
No, as Karis is like running out of the tent to go talk to Sabrina, I just cast guidance on her in case she does anything in the next minute.
In the minute.
Okay.
Yep. 58 seconds. What's
Bye.
happening there? Can we talk to you?
All right. So you're going out looking for Sab or
I
Lyra.
want to look for Sab. Yeah.
Give me a perception roll.
With guidance?
If you want to use it for that, yep.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, maybe I don't need it. I got a 20.
Okay. You look around the camp, just a quick glance, and she is outside. Looks like she is working on some stuff with some people.
What is she doing?
She's over kind of by the food, and looks like she may be working on something with them.
Oh, okay. I like awkwardly walk up.
Yes, hello, Karis. What do you want?
I had a question, but like, I don't know if you're busy. We gotta go soon. Like, my friend, everybody.
If you're busy, yes, I can make time for you.
Oh.
What?
Okay. Thanks.
Out with it. What do you want?
What?
Out with it. What do you want?
Oh, did we leave? Or are we in front
No,
of everybody?
she's standing right there. Like, do you want to do it
Oh.
properly?
Well, we should be like,
Okay, come with me. She walks over a little bit. Your guidance has failed now. It's faded by now.
I rolled so good for perception. I was sure. I didn't know if maybe if you made me roll a persuasion roll to make her talk to me. Okay. Okay. I got a couple questions, but first thing, I wanted to do it away from people. Did you want to talk to Roz? Because we were going to do that a long time ago, and then, like, all that stuff happened, and we never did. I didn't know if you needed to, or if it would be important.
I don't know why I would need to.
I don't know, because you knew him, and I didn't know if you needed to talk to him, or wanted to.
I have nothing I need to say to him.
Oh, okay. Not even hi?
No.
Can I insight her?
Sure.
Karis doesn't get it. Why wouldn't you want to talk to him? 13.
She just doesn't seem interested in it to you.
Hmm. Oh. Okay, well, never mind then. Okay, so other thing. Did you you came here from another place, right? You were one of the people?
Yes.
What? Can you tell me about that more?
Let me make sure I got their story straight compared to Moon Elves. It's been a while since I've looked at it.
Yeah, yeah.
So she says, there was a story about some great treasure that we got in some boats to try to get. And there was a big storm as we were sailing, and we ended up here.
Well, it's treasure.
I believe it was lots of gemstones and valuable items.
Oh.
It was sort of unsure exactly what it was, but it was supposed to be very valuable.
Who told you about it? Like, how'd you hear about it?
It was something that one of the elders must have heard of. I was coming to assist with it, along with your mother.
And your dad, right?
Yes.
So was he chief of the whole tribe, or did he just lead? Because you said there's like a big tribe, right?
Yes, he was part of the leader of the exploration.
So he wasn't the chief of like the whole tribe.
No, but he was in charge of this, and he became chief here.
Because you basically started a new tribe.
Well, when we could not return, yes.
Okay. So, where you came from, was it like, did it have cities and stuff like at Beacon?
I believe there were some that were around, yes. Not this exactly the same, but similar.
Similar? Did you live in the woods or did you live in the city?
In the woods.
Oh, you still lived in the woods? Okay. So what did happen with the storm?
It was a very powerful freak storm, and it made it so we lost course of where we were going. And we ended up finding here, washing ashore.
Okay. Huh. Well, Ren has this thing. Well, okay, first of all, I guess like there's stuff messing with people's memories. I don't know if Gwen told you about that. People keep remembering the wrong things or forgetting things.
Okay.
Like not dumb stuff, you know, like I forgot where I put my jacket, but like stuff like there's a giant rune that we destroyed in Jar Gon's lair, and then we all forgot about it except for Gwen.
I see.
Like a day after.
She did mention this, yes.
Yeah. So, and then Curtis was saying that he did a spell on himself and realized he remembered the whole thing wrong of how they got there. So I'm kind of wondering if something messed with all of your memory too, maybe? Like, what if you got here a different way and you didn't know it?
Give me a persuasion check.
I think I do. 16.
I doubt that.
You doubt that?
I remember everything quite vividly.
Yeah, I mean, so did everyone else. I don't know. Would you, if Ren tried something, would you want to try it?
Him cast a spell on me?
Yeah.
Give me another persuasion check.
Oh no, it didn't go as well. 10.
That seems highly unnecessary.
Why?
Because I am fine.
How do you know?
How do you know I'm not?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I had something. And I didn't know it, and I remembered it really well. But apparently it's wrong.
I'm fine, Karis. There's nothing wrong with me.
Is there anyone else that came here that is still around?
I would prefer if you don't cast spells upon my people.
Okay, I'm gonna try and ask you later about it.
You said you have important things to do. Why don't you run along?
Fine. Wait! I have one more question.
What?
Do you have other brothers or sisters?
Do I have other brothers or sisters?
Yeah.
No.
Oh. What about your mom?
What about her?
I don't know. Where's she?
She is not here.
She's back at the other place?
Potentially.
Oh. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Sorry to bother you.
Go ahead. Go do your thing.
Okay.
You leave her?
Answer for a minute.
What?
I can just see Kara standing there for a minute, just shuffling her feet, not leaving.
Are we actually cool?
Are you cool?
Yeah. Are we cool?
I don't care about being cool.
Oh! Gwen didn't know that either. Are we, okay with each other?
You are welcome
Cool.
here. This is a place you can come to. Yes. You are not an enemy here.
Yeah. But do you like me?
What are you looking to get from me? Do you want me to be
I
your
don't-
mother or something?
No! Oh my gosh, no! I don't want you to be my mom!
Well,
I
I'm
just,
not.
well, never mind. Never mind. Doesn't matter. I stay there for another awkward 20 seconds to see if she says anything.
She just is
And
kind of staring at you. These cold eyes.
Do you not like me because I remind you of my mom? Because that's what my dad said. Is that what's going on here?
Keris?
What?
Why don't you run along? You clearly have important things to do. Why don't you take care of them, rather than sit here hoping for me to build up your ego and make you feel better about yourself?
Oh, she's sweet.
Oh, cold. And this is where childhood trauma begins and continues to get developed.
Can I insight her?
Sure.
What is going on with this woman? Okay, 20?
You are getting a sense that she's pretty fed up of this conversation.
Okay, that's all though?
Yep.
Okay.
She's a hard one to read normally, so.
Mm-hmm.
She hides her emotions pretty well, but
Okay.
I rolled a 23 on her hide her emotions roll.
Hide her emotions. Okay, sounds good. Okay, fine. I just was trying to be nice, and I thought maybe we could get along, so sorry that I was trying that. Okay, bye.
I've let you stay here, fine. You have no one who attacks you. I don't know what you're expecting.
Well, maybe we could, like, you know, like, kind of get along and be friends, and, like, I could talk to you and not feel like it's something's wrong with me. I know you're nice. That's what Gwen said.
I have been nice to you. What are you talking about?
The whole I'm not your mom, get out of here, Karis wasn't, like, the nicest thing. Right.
I am not your mom, and you just said you don't want me to be.
Well, yeah, I think you're cool, though. I mean, that's not, like, the worst thing, is it? I mean, should I just not think that?
What do you want? Me to build you up again? Say all these nice things about you all the time? Is that what you're looking
Well,
for?
I don't know. I mean, I don't need someone to, like, make me feel like the best about myself. I just was, I don't know, just wanted to, like, talk to you sometimes. I don't know.
We
You
are
were, okay.
talking right now.
When I first met you, you're all like, this is your second home, Karis. Like, this is where we're people and all this stuff. So then I thought that's how it was, and then it wasn't. And so now and then you're like, you're family, Karis. So I'm like, okay, I guess we're family. But now we're not, because I don't know what to think.
Do you want me to be your family or not? Because you've said many rude things to me. Saying
I said
you
rude
don't
things to
want
you?
me to be part of your family, you're angry, all these things.
When did I say that?
Quite frequently.
Oh. Do I? Well, you said it to me too. Like, multiple times.
You are welcome here, as always.
Okay, so we both want each other to be family.
It has not changed that you are my family.
Okay. So why don't you seem like super excited to see me?
Do you want me to jump around and dance every time I see you?
I mean, that's what I would do, but I maybe not. Is that not what you do?
I am not you.
Yeah. Okay.
I have taken you in, I have kept you safe here.
Yeah. And I worked really hard to keep you alive. So if you ever think I don't like you, that's proof right there.
Alright. I have worked with you every step of the way since what happened.
Mhm. Okay. I don't know what to say now.
Why don't you run along then?
Okay. I now actually leave very awkwardly.
Okay. You take off, and she just kind of walks away from where you guys were talking.
Yay.
Oof.
That was a rough one.
Bloody. Is she coming back to us? Is she walking around a bit?
Is there anywhere I can stomp around sort of by myself for a couple minutes?
You could walk out to the beach. That would be a little more secluded.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to do that.
So you head out a little further east towards the beach and stomp to your heart's content.
I stomp, I take rocks and like throw them out into the ocean, and I'm kicking sand around. Like, not like necessarily like a tantrum, but more just like stomp, 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 pick up a rock, chuck it, stomp, 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 kick some sand, you know,
Sure.
kind of pacing around.
I want Gwynastre to be sitting on a log when you turn around to go back so bad.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So, you guys just waiting for her to come back, or?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Brennan's got nothing to do at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just rest or wait until
Think it's gonna go well?
the talk.
Yeah.
No.
Kind of
probably
rough.
not.
How do you want to play this? Like super nice, or just kind of like a silent, like we got you, buddy? Do we let her like stomp around for half the day, or should we say something?
I think we can just say something initially, like when she wants to talk, she can, and then when she's ready to let it out, she will, or she'll just forget about it. So either one.
All right, so you'll go the hands-off approach.
Well, I'll say it depends on her mood when she gets back. If she's very not well, then maybe we'll say something.
This would be a great chance for you to like show her how much you care, and you can like get in touch with your feelings with her and talk about your own family issues. Oh, this would be a
Hey-
great
hey,
chance
Ren.
for you to.
I appreciate the thought, but also just I don't think us connecting over family issues is going to just can't be forced. You know what I mean? We gotta just
Oh,
let it
it doesn't have to be forced, but if just saying, you both are been traveling so much together. You guys are like sisters. You could be like sisters if you want.
I think, yeah, kind of. I do view you guys as like family, but also I
Really?
wonder. Yeah, I don't know.
Never
Been
said
alone
that
for a long
before.
time. Oh, well, I did. I don't know. I do. I
You see
I don't
one
know,
tear, but he's like wipes it away real
Okay,
quick
okay,
before you try
okay.
to notice.
we'll talk to we'll talk to her if she needs it. But no, I do consider you guys family. But I just I don't know. I'm letting kind of things happen organically, I guess. Where if, especially since sometimes I think if she needs to work out her own problems, I don't ever want to make her talk about something she doesn't want to, or
You know, she does like having someone to talk to them.
Yeah.
I can't talk to her about everything.
I'm not. I mean, I don't know how much good advice I can give, considering I don't get along with my difficult family members either. So.
Doesn't you don't always have to give advice. Sometimes in
True.
a little-
We'll see how
Just
she
a
is.
thought.
Noted. Thank you. We'll wait. I guess if it's like long enough, I guess I'll probably like say something. Like if we're waiting a long time, I'll be like, hey, we should go find her. But I don't know if it's been a long time.
Is it a long time, Karis?
We got 10 minutes right now. Let me know.
Okay. Oh, I can wait 10 minutes. I'll just kind of wait for her then.
It'll be like half an hour to an hour before we start looking for her.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So probably about 20 minutes later, then I come back.
Can I do something? I don't know if it'll help. I don't know if this will be helpful. Tell me if it's dumb or not. I wanted to maybe, because we just had a direction we're like pointing. If I like climbed a tree or something, would that be helpful to like see the path of like ahead of us, or would that be, do we know sort of a little bit of the path? Or is it too dense, like the forest too dense to see anything usually?
Do you want to attempt it?
I'll give it a whirl. Can I do that?
Sure, give me an athletics check as you try to climb a tree.
Athletics,
where are you going?
acrobatic?
Athletics
No,
check.
acrobatics?
Nope. You gotta use your
You-
muscles to
wait.
pull up.
Ryan, you going
how
up
do we
that tree?
help, though?
Ryan, what are you doing? Are you going up that tree?
Yeah, I just want to see what
Yeah,
the
okay,
direction is.
guidance.
Thank
Okay.
you. Okay. Hold on. And I'll have Ren point the direction to me, and I just want to make sure I can like look in that line.
Sure.
Has to be ready to catch her if she falls.
Hold on, I rolled a 17 on the die plus the 4 on my thing, so well then, and then -1. Hold on. So dirty 20.
-1.
-1. My weak arms, my string bean arms barely pull me up as I get up there.
All right. You shimmy your way up this tree, climbing up to take a look out. You kind of hear Renan pointing the direction that you are to look. You can give me a perception check.
Okay. 17.
Okay. As you are looking around, kind of scanning the tree line, not much stands out to you. It looks just sort of like a tree line. Just looking for any sort of direction, but you start to look up a little bit and you notice like a little gap in some clouds where a beam of sunlight is like pointing down.
Sunlight now.
And it looks almost like it is hitting a part of the woods further out.
Okay. Can I tell, like, I know if there's any, like, clearing in the tree where I can tell if there's a road there, or if it's too dense to see.
Can't see that,
No.
but...
Okay. I guess I'll shout down to Ren and be like, hey, I think I see what you're talking about, but this time it's sunlight. Someone's
What?
pointing over there.
Oh,
Hold
okay.
on.
Sunlight.
Yep. Hold on. And
Yeah,
I'll shimmy-
it's a really nice day out.
I'll shimmy my way down, and then I get down to the bottom. Hey, I found where your beam was, but now it's a sunbeam.
Oh, well,
I think we have-
that's convenient.
I think we have both, you know, and Moon help us out. So
It's really good.
yeah, so I can see the clear, like where it is. I mean, I don't really see if there's anything over there, but at least we have a direction.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Sweet. Well,
Mhm.
you said it's still in the woods?
Yeah,
Well,
out that
helps
way.
then. Yeah.
There's a way for Curtis Cares to come back and we can head out.
Yeah, I wonder if Bonestri is going to come with us, if she's going to stay for a while. I think she's going to stay and help this.
I think
Alright,
I think Sab said she wanted her to stay. So I'm imagining she's probably not going to come with us, but
yeah, it's okay. We'll see.
hey, really fast though, did you want to maybe, I know you don't want to extend spells and stuff, but did you want to maybe try that spell on Curtis while we're here, or no?
Yeah, that's right. He is staying here. Yeah, yes, I do.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Okay. Because
Sure.
we're already here, then. I don't know. It was a little
Yeah.
scary if we need to,
Yeah, let's go find him. I'll go find him while
Okay.
we're waiting for Garrison.
Okay.
Okay, let's hope we don't need to heal.
Okay. You look around. He is over with some of the people eating. He is starting to dig into some food that they were preparing for lunch.
Huh.
Or for breakfast.
Hello.
Sorry, breakfast.
I was about to say it was a nice little brunch going on. Mr. Curtis, sir?
Morning. How you doing?
So, guys, it's a decent morning. It's very nice out. So we are probably going to be leaving soon, because we think, long story short, there's the weather showing us where a friend is that could be very helpful, and I think it's the spirits. But the spirits also helped me. I was really thinking about what you were saying about your memory, and we've been having memory issues. I think Alasha helped me learn a smaller spell than you probably used. But I wasn't sure if you wanted me to try and use it on you to see if it changes anything. Like burns away like bad things like curses or something.
Sure, you're welcome to try.
So are we? They're at the table with everyone else?
Yeah, he's just kind of around everybody.
Okay. Yeah, he'll go ahead and cast this in front of everybody.
Okay.
Kind of taking out the moon orb, and like it gets brighter with this white light that kind of warms his hands, and then he ends up grabbing Curtis's hand and pressing it on either side and letting that like warmth flow through him.
Yeah, there's definitely some people. There's definitely some people who take notice of this happening, kind of watching you do this. But give me another spellcasting ability check.
You can do it.
I can't guidance myself, can I? In the middle of casting a spell? I think so. Alright, I'm gonna change dice on this one. Go. Crystalline for the beacon. Not bad, but so it'd be +4.
Yep.
16.
All right. You begin to sort of, again, fight through something to get through this spell into Curtis. You feel a bit more resistance this time, but you feel like you're still getting through. And it was a bit of a struggle, though. You had to exert a little more energy as you do it.
The lines on him like glowing brighter as he's like concentrating. Yeah.
But Curtis just kind of closes his eyes for a moment as you're doing it, and then when you're done, he opens them back up. I knew it. I'd seen that rune on that bridge many times. Not up close, but I knew it was there. I forgot about it. That's weird.
What about anything about your memories on coming to the beacon?
Like I told you, they were already what I said. Nothing changed there. I know that they seem to be implanted.
Some of us were worried that it was like a false re-implanting of memories after they got taken. I don't know. Ask Kara. She has this much more intense theory than I do.
I didn't agree with that, but I understand that was a thought that was thrown out there.
Sure. I mean, is it possible that this spell just isn't powerful enough?
I guess it could be possible if that is the case, but again, I doubt it.
Have you been? I know we've been talking about Colum and like some of our friends fell under his mindset. I know you never met him, but do you think this spell would be powerful enough, or would it be using the beads that would be required?
I don't know anything about that.
And Brother Herbert's here too, right?
Yeah, he's here.
Is he sitting with this and watching all this?
Yeah, he'll come over after getting some food and sit down next to you all. Good morning, Brennan. Good to see you.
Morning. So apparently, starting to get some memories back with regard to these runes that we were talking about.
Oh, progress. That's good.
So I know you freed us from Column's control. Do you think this lesser version of that spell might help at all? Or is it only like the beads of me learning greater restoration?
I mean, I don't know for sure exactly. I just know that whatever I had to do to free you three, I know it's very difficult to overcome. It's not something simple. It's felt like it was part of you that changed you.
Did you have this spell as well, Brother Herbert? Do you guys have any like experience with removing like bad memories or curses or anything?
Let me double check their spell list. I believe they do have that.
Ren is just trying to, I think, like get like that mentor sort of like, you know, maybe tips on how to use it properly and what it might or might not work for.
So actually, he will say, "No, I've never used this before."
Wow. Neither you, the Curtis, either.
Nope. This is definitely new to me.
Well, guess we'll be doing some experimenting then. He does not look excited about experimenting.
Hibbert just says, "Well,
Ava.
maybe if I can get my abilities back, maybe you can teach me this."
Yeah. I mean, Elisha taught it to me, so let's see why not.
Perfect.
You guys both happy here? You good?
Hibbert will nod, and Curtis, "Yeah, this place seems fine."
I think we found one of the people that got injected with us that didn't react well, so we're gonna try and help her.
That's good. You should definitely do what you can to help her.
Be careful. I know they have a car here, so if you guys really need to come back, or if there's any danger, just come to the spire and get us, okay?
Okay.
You guys for everything you did. Can I give you guys hugs?
They both nod. Yes.
Yeah, give them a quick half hugs. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Okay, we'll see you guys later.
So they just thank you for bringing them here as well, and or getting them here, and you can leave. But I think about this time, Karis would be on her way back up from the beach.
Stomping back. Maybe
Yep.
not stomping quite as forcefully. More like sulking back, I'd say.
Yeah.
Is Gwen around at all? Did I see her?
You can give me a perception roll.
That's the Karis perception roll. 5.
You do not see her.
Yeah, okay. I just go try to find Ren and Rye.
Okay. Yeah, you can find both of them. They're just kind of out in the open, it looks like.
Insight check. How did the conversation go?
Are you inciting?
Yup. Brendan's
Okay.
on alert
Actually,
with
I will
post
too.
Aleah.
Is that
Sure.
okay? Can I insight too?
Sure.
I mean, we talked about it. Yeah.
21.
12,
How'd it go?
11 actually.
I mean, she has her hands in her pockets and kind of like slumping, so you probably know.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
probably
she's
both
not-
figure it out.
She's
I
not
just-
like trying to hide it.
Okay.
I elbow Raya a couple times, and then I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna go find Gwynestri to say goodbye, and I just wink, and I'll leave you too.
His heavy-handedness is irritating me. So I'm just gonna. Did it go okay?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I probably wouldn't have as well as I'm assuming it did, which is bad. Was she really
I
mean?
I don't get her.
Yeah, I don't really either. I don't know what her deal is. Was she, like, mean, or was she just nothing?
I don't know. I'm
Okay.
just really mad. I
Well-
threw some sand in the ocean and a rock.
When
Yeah.
throwing sand, I can imagine just like, and it kind of just like barely goes.
Then
It's
she
like
gets
the
more
scene-
mad because it's back at her.
Yeah, or like the scene in the Arrested Development when he's trying to throw the letter into the ocean. Just like imagine like that, where it just looks so anticlimactic. Okay. Well, luckily we're leaving, so you can have some space to think about it, and you know, not be hopefully. I don't know. I wouldn't let whatever she said get to you though, because I feel like she has her own set of issues that are completely separate from you. That
I don't know what she's thinking. And she said I was rude to her too. I mean, I guess I was kind of mean, but she was mean to me. So like I don't know.
enemies at that point, so I don't really know what she expected.
And then she's all like, "Do you want me to be your mom?" And I was like, "No." And then she seemed mad. I didn't say yes, or I don't know. And then I was like, "Well, maybe you don't like me because I'm like my mom, because that's what my dad said." And then she just like didn't say anything. And then she's like, "You need to get out of here. Like, go do your thing because you're busy now, or whatever." And so I don't know.
She didn't say anything to that.
I'm not
Maybe
like
they're-
my mom though. Like I know my dad said that, but I'm not like that.
Yeah, maybe that confuses her. Maybe she didn't like your mom, so
She doesn't
assumes
like
you're
my
gonna be
mom. She doesn't even want to rescue her.
yeah. So maybe
I don't
she
like my
assumes you'll be-
mom. I thought we'd be like best friends because of it, but I guess not.
No, but I do think that yeah, maybe she secretly feels more positive about you than she even wants to feel. Or maybe she just confused herself, but
I don't know. Maybe I just shouldn't talk to her anymore.
or yeah. Maybe over time though, I mean we got this far with her where she's actually letting us stay here and everything. Maybe one of these days she'll come around and actually be open.
Sorry, Mark broke me a little bit. Okay. Yeah. Can we go now? I don't want to be here anymore. Where's
Yeah, let's get
Ren?
Ren. We'll go fire and Ren, and I'll be like, the road.
Right. Yeah, you guys are able to find Gwynestri too and just say your goodbyes real quick. She'll, unless there's some other conversation you want to have before that.
I'm just telling her about the memory stuff that Curtis knows, Ryan knows.
Okay.
That I assume I would know, but I didn't do it on myself.
Okay.
That way, in case she thinks of anyone like in the village that would also benefit from that. But
Okay.
yeah, I don't know if your mom or if Savalier or whoever wants it. You know.
You could always ask her.
Yeah, we'll see.
But I mean, she'll join you back to say goodbye to everybody. Yes, be safe. Make sure you all take care of each other, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Yeah. Thanks for helping us, Gwen.
Glad I could help. Let me know if you need anything else, and I can see what I can do.
Maybe you could convince Sab to let Ren do the memory thing, because she does not want to listen to me. Like, at all. So,
Did not go well.
she likes you way better, Gwen, so...
Here.
Okay, we'll see what I can do.
For Gwen.
I know, I feel bad.
Do you want me to do it before you leave, or?
Maybe next
we
time
coming-
we visit.
Are we coming back here?
Eventually.
I guess that's... Okay, so out of character, that's my question. I feel like, wouldn't we just... If we can't use the car, because we'd go through the woods, right? Or would we go use the car around and try and find what the sun thing is? Because, like, if we leave the car...
Yeah, we made it a big deal about returning this car to Shaw.
Yeah, but, like, if we go through the wood... Like, we leave the car and we go through the woods to the Sunbeam, bring her back, and then take it back to the city.
Yeah.
Or are we not going through the woods?
I think.
Do you know what
I'd
I'm
go through
saying?
the woods and park them somewhere.
Well,
Yeah,
we
I
can't
think-
drive
I
the
think
car
you're-
through the woods, though, can we?
No, but we can go back along the path and then come from the other side of the woods.
Good, yeah.
Yes. Okay. So we might not come back to the Sun Elf camp. That's
we might
the
not.
only
I don't know.
reason why I'm bringing this up now.
I'm only saying that because of this apparent urgency that Shaw's kind of put back on not seeming like he wants us out of town for long.
Yeah, yeah.
So shortening our trip might be better, but Ren
If
would
it's possible
totally be
to
down
take
for
the car, I'm down for it too. I just didn't know if the way that it was positioned, I'm just confused as to if a car is possible or not.
So I don't have a way to ping, I don't think, but like, is there a way to ping here?
No, but I see your cursor. So.
See my cursor?
Like,
So like
can we
if
go
we
out
Just
the
drive
somewhere?
all the way.
yeah, if we parked anywhere around here, we'd be fine, and then we could backtrack into the woods wherever this.
Is that possible,
is-
Mark?
You would have to
Unless it's
off-road the
just-
car and hope that nothing bad happens as you go.
That's
So-
what
Or,
my
or even
thing
just
is.
park here off the road is kind of what I'm thinking.
You could do it
We
just
did that before.
off the road, just out of the woods, and then go north walking. It's up to you.
And that
I was
wasn't that
thinking,
house
way-
where we had Eshill? There was a backyard that we.
Yep, you could park at
At
that
the
house.
RN.
Yep.
Yeah, we could do that. So I was thinking basically drive as far as we can, and then that
Okay.
way it'd be waiting when we can drive her back into the city and return the car and go back. To
Does that
Shaw.
seem like... And we don't know how far it is. Okay.
Nope.
So if we're not coming back, we could try and do it now. Or if not, then we can just come back later.
And I want to back eventually. You see, Renan's cheeks flush a little bit. I want to like never come back here.
Well,
We
gonna
definitely
come
wanna
back
check-
anyway. Yeah, and check
We
in.
definitely want to check back even with Curtis and Hibbert too to see.
Oh yeah, exactly. Brother Curtis and Hibbert. Yeah, we have to check on them.
If they have their powers back, then that would be. And I'll kind of like side eye and be like, mm-hmm. Anyway, I
Okay.
think maybe we could.
Yeah.
I think we should drive the car as far as we can now, if there is an urgency like the city. But we can. I mean, we can always come back here at any point. And who knows? If we're responsible with the car, we might get to drive it again. So it'd be faster to come
Yeah.
back here.
So maybe you can just convince Sab, and then when we come back, we can do the thing. Because I think whatever that I want to do, she's not going to want to do. So you have
Yeah, she
time
might-
I don't even know
now.
if anything's gonna change, and I'd like to save a little bit for Aleah,
Yeah.
and
We can
if
come back.
anything, we have to fight. Yeah.
Do you think you can, though, Gwen?
To try to convince her, I will try my best.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you, Glenestry.
Appreciate
Oh,
it.
of course,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
glad
the
I can help.
best.
Again, let me know if you need anything else, and be safe. And she'll go and hug all of you.
Welcome back.
We
Okay.
Okay, never mind. I was thinking, I'm like, it's safe to like, yeah, leave her here and stuff, right? Like, yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah.
I will be safe here, yes.
Okay.
Can you have one of your scouts go check on the scouts from the Moon Elves, just make sure they're okay? Maybe not you. Like,
We can try to. It's a long way, but we can see about doing something.
might be a little while before I go check on the Moon Elves. That's all.
I guess it depends on what's going on.
Yeah, we'll see. But just
Okay.
it just makes me feel better. And it will help our tribes talk more and more together. You know.
I will try to convince Sabrina to send somebody to them as well.
Be
You
like
don't
a
push it.
like a
You
middle
don't have
spot.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
like-
that one's optional. That one's like low on the list.
Okay. I'll focus on the other one first.
Yeah. Like, you know, you guys could like leave little like, hey, we're doing okay messages at the sanctum or something, you know. You.
Okay. We can see about doing that.
Thanks for everything, Gwen. You're the best.
You're all the best. So be safe. She'll
Okay.
wave goodbye
Let's
to
go.
you as you all gather in your vehicle.
Ready to drive. Responsibly.
Raya gets in the driver's seat. The other two.
Front seat.
Karis gets the front seat.
We're good.
I look and see if Sab is looking at us leave.
Give me a perception roll.
15.
You look and she does seem to be sort of standing with her arms crossed watching you all get in the vehicle to leave.
Wave.
She just kind of gives this very simple nod as you wave.
I nod and
No.
I'm like, I put my hand on Karis's back as I'm waving and I cast heroism on her.
Okay.
To hopefully make her feel a little better.
Here with them?
You are imbued with bravery. Do with
Not
it as you
scared.
will.
Sure.
I know, but you know, she always gets sulky. So usually when she gets brave, she gets up and energetic. He's just trying anything he can. But you also get 4 temporary hit points
For like a
at
minute,
the
right?
beginning of each
I'm
of
like,
your
yeah, for a
turns.
minute.
For a minute.
Yeah. So you feel really nice for about a
The
minute.
first level spell. It's fun.
60. That's a really nice 60 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't know what you did, but I love Moon Lady.
Isn't she the best?
Yes.
So you all get in the vehicle, begin driving west down the road, the pathway back to sort of that main section of road that would drive back towards the city. But as you go, you pass through these woods, kind of keep an eye out, knowing that there may be slugs lurking as you travel. Maybe you
They're
spot
in
a
the
couple
broken
here and
building.
there as you go, just little ones like crawling up a tree or
Not ready.
Just
little
frostbite
things.
out the window.
But you guys travel along this road, get to that edge point where that house was that is near the entrance to the woods. Park your car there and ready yourself to begin walking north along the woods edge, hoping to
Is
follow.
it possible to like hide it in the like fence, like behind the fence in the backyard as much as possible? Try and get it where
Yeah, you
it's
can park it in the back,
not as
kind of
visible.
in this sort of lean-to area that's covered, and hide it there. Out of the way. It's if somebody like was really lurking through the area, they could probably find it, but not just a glance. And begin travel on foot, heading north, off-road, up the edge of the... Looking at that sunbeam that sort of just still is there through the clouds. It is north of you, a little ways. But you begin your journey heading up north, following that. And we're going to take a break here and come back with that journey in our second half after our break here. So we do have a question of the day on our break screen, which we encourage you to answer in the chat. Maybe have a discussion with some other people in the chat about it as well. And we will see you back here shortly in about 10 minutes or so. So stick around. We'll be back soon. We love y'all. Be right back. All right, we're back, everybody, from our break. Hello. Welcome back in. Hope your break was good. I enjoyed a nice Reese's peanut butter cup, which was delicious.
Oh.
So,
That sounds really good.
Right?
Oh, I wish I had some. Oh.
and longingly stares out for some Reese's peanut butter cups. Not sponsored by Reese's, but if you want to sponsor us, I would take that one. That's a good sponsorship.
That's free Reese's.
Welcome to the marquee game Reese's One Shot.
Oh yeah, I
A
do.
Reese's monster.
That.
Where the chocolate empire meets the peanut butter one. Anyways.
But our party is now beginning their journey northward, a bit more into the unknown areas of the map, heading north from the road from a house that they stayed at for a brief while, actually where Aleah was being held and escaped from the last time they saw her. They parked their vehicle and are beginning to walk north on foot, as there's no road here, and are going in search of her, seeing what they can find. So, it's fairly easy for you to keep track of where you're going, because there's a big beam of sunlight that is just directing you almost exactly where you need to go. It's more of a question of, do you guys want to go at a faster pace, regular pace, slow pace for stealth? How would you like to move about this?
Maybe regular pace. Until we start getting, so we start getting like a, you know,
Till we
starts
get
getting
closer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, can I take out... Oh yeah, I have it around my neck now. Can I take out my compass?
Sure. You pull that out and take a look at it.
What's happening?
It's sort of spinning in no particular direction, but you can give me a investigation roll as you look at it.
My guidance art?
Sure.
10.
Yeah, it's pretty aimlessly spinning around in a circle. Not much happening.
Just staring at it.
You trying to clear something out there?
Just wanted to see if something changed, but it's still spinning.
And take a look too?
Yeah.
Investigation roll.
I'm gonna use a sorcerer point and re-roll that, please.
Sure, go for it.
Okay. Yep. I'll take that. That was a 1, and it's now a 19.
Okay. You look at it too, and it's spinning pretty aimlessly, maybe a little more west pointing, but it's hard to know for sure. Maybe that's just because of the pattern of the spin, it seems like that, but
I don't know what it's expecting anyway. Interesting. Cool. Well, I mean, we should keep on looking at it. It's like
Yeah.
maybe something's pulling it at it, but we go more west, maybe we can see if it continues.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea to check it though, because you never know.
Right.
Good job, Garrus.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You're the coolest shadow sorcerer ever.
I think I'm the only one.
Which makes you the
Still the
coolest
coolest.
ever.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, that was easy.
Looks like the mood went from to like neutral.
Brennan goes, mission accomplished.
All I needed to do.
But you travel north for a while. Give me perception rolls as you are watching.
Woof. 8.
16.
Okay.
Aleah. No.
What did you roll, Renan? Did you roll?
Oh yeah, 18.
Okay. So you guys are walking along, keeping an eye out. It's pretty quiet out here. Not much to see. And you're able to keep your normal pace as you go without much concerns arising. It's just cold. Again, by the woods here, the snow seems to have melted as it maybe is a little warmer for some reason. Who knows? Maybe it has to do with the sun spirit. Maybe just over time it's melted a little bit more. But you continue to travel north for probably a good few hours. You're probably about 4 or 5 hours into walking, but you definitely feel like you're drawing closer to the location at this point.
Do we get creepy vibes at all or no?
I mean, the woods still kind of look a little creepy, but nothing seems to be standing out too much right now. You're outside of the woods right now as you walk, so
Yeah.
How long have we been traveling? Sorry.
about 4 or 5 hours in, you'd guess.
Okay.
You're past noon at this point into the afternoon.
Do we see anything as we're kind of like getting closer?
Not yet, no. I mean, you're still outside the
Signs of,
woods,
like,
so
Skeletons or anything, or dead animals, or
nope,
holes in the ground, nothing like that.
nope,
Shovels.
nope.
I guess yeah, just keep trucking on then if it doesn't seem like anything's weird or any reason to sneak.
Okay, so you travel a little bit
I guess-
more. I'd say you guys are about 2, 3, 4, 5-ish hours up there by this point of walking. Keeping a pretty good pace as you go. And it's about this time you realize you need to cut into the woods.
Okay.
And how, I guess, just from, can we see the beam of light okay from here since we're outside of the woods, or can we not see it now because we're too close?
It's still in the sky, so you can look over and up and see, kind of peeking through a crack, this beam of sunlight.
And it's still pretty far. It looks like it's still pretty far from us.
Not super far, actually. It's into the woods, though.
Okay. I guess I'll look at you guys, but should we maybe be a little stealthier, going through here? So we're getting closer to it? Or should we just continue on?
Maybe when we know we're real close? I don't know. It depends on how much we feel like we need to hurry.
It's true. I don't know if she's moving or not, I wonder. Yeah, I guess we can just go in and we should listen. We should probably be quiet and just listen, and if we hear anything, we'll start being stealthy.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we're doing.
So you cut in with your stealth. Why don't you roll me stealth rolls?
21.
25.
13.
Are you wearing your 20 armor too? Okay. So you guys all march in fairly quiet, for the most part. But you're getting into this more sort of dry and maybe a little sickly looking plant life. It's not super sick looking like it has been by the Sanctum, but a little
In
drier.
the woods are sick. Bad week for everybody.
Yeah.
So sad.
Oh no.
See?
But that darker feeling of the woods starts to overtake you a bit more, and you begin to lose sight of that sunbeam that's shining down. You're more just kind of going in the direction that you feel like you need to go. So Raya, I'd like you to also roll a survival check if you're taking the lead on this, or if someone else is doing it, they can.
Yes. I'll help her.
Sure, you can do it with advantage. As Karis did take note of where the sunbeam was as well.
Poker every minute to guidance. I'm just kidding.
18.
All right. So you feel like you're on a pretty good track of this. But you guys are moving at a little bit slower of a pace now as you're walking maybe a kind of northeast into the woods a little bit. Keeping a little bit of a slower pace to hide yourself, but you walk in maybe about an hour and you take notice of what looks to be a structure in the distance up ahead through the woods. There looks to be like a bit of a path that leads up to it. It looks like a small cabin or something.
Guys, just be careful. Remember, there's other people that we're working with, Aleah and on everyone else.
Should I sneak ahead and just see if I can look inside or see what we're dealing with? Or should we just go knock?
Sneaking sounds like a good idea.
Okay. I guess when we get close enough, Mark, I'll sneak ahead and have them hide.
Okay, so they're staying back. You're going ahead.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Give me a
How
stealth
far away
check.
would we be from the cabin?
How far would you like them to stay away?
Just within range, they can still see me, I guess. So if something pops off, then they'll know.
Like we could like even.
How far back do you want to be then? I guess I'll ask you to.
Okay, I'm really bad with measurements, Mark. Is like 60 feet reasonable, or is that like super close?
I mean, 60 feet. I mean, you can get that in one round, so it's a little ways away, but it's
But
not...
another perception check could potentially find us, right?
Yeah. I'd say, like, if you are within 120 feet, you are within sight range of as well.
Okay. Okay.
Alright.
With my new meta magic, that's actually okay.
Rude. I'll stay right on the edge of 120 feet then.
It's fine. They can still see me, and yeah.
I'm in 120.
You're right there with Renan?
A 5 foot difference.
Okay.
I rolled a 28, Mark.
28, very stealthy. Okay. You begin to slowly approach, keeping an eye out for anything. It's a pretty quiet looking cabin as you go. Give me a perception check as you begin to approach.
So, this is the first of when I'm going to use one of my luck points because I rolled bad.
All right.
So I'm going to re-roll, please,
Go for it.
because I need it.
Do you have luck now?
She took luck.
I have luck now. So
Yeah, we all have some sort of luck.
we went from a 6 to an 18, so
Yeah.
21.
Nice. Okay. So
we all needed this.
you begin to approach this cabin. And as you're looking around, just in the general vicinity, getting closer, I mean, it looks mostly quiet inside, but you do see a flicker of a firelight through some of the windows. Looks like there is some sort of resident out here. But that's not the most concerning thing that you notice. As you draw a little closer, you begin to notice the ground covered in leaves, but also the same slugs are kind of swarming through them. And you even notice some bits of bone sticking out of certain places in the ground. And scattered around a little bit more, you see some of this black root that you recognize just kind of around with slugs crawling all over them. This place looks a little creepy in general for you.
How close
And
am I
I'll
to it right
bring
now?
you on the map. Let me bring that up for you.
Okay.
Let me pull this up for you. As Raya begins to approach from the tree line here.
Can't see it yet. Are you showing it?
I also can't see it.
I
Let
don't
me-
see nothing.
It should be there. You guys are slowly coming over to it, looks like.
Okay.
It says
Okay.
we don't own a token with vision in this.
You don't have it there yet, so you're not on this. You don't see this.
Oh, okay.
I'll pull you in when I
Gotcha.
need to.
I'm refreshing. I still got nothing. Huh.
Okay. Well, I don't see you connected to my game right now, so maybe in a second
here.
we'll be there.
I'm here.
I'm here.
You're
How
too
close am I to
stealthy.
the cabin?
So as you draw closer, 1, 2, 3, you're maybe 50 feet away or so as you're getting closer.
And if I approach more, do I run the risk of having to like avoid slugs and roots and stuff, or am I?
The
can I
closer
get
you
closer
get,
to,
the
like-
feels like the more you'll be at risk of that. There's a lot of them surrounding this building. Can you see it now? It says you're connected again.
No. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, perfect.
I'll bring up the
Okay.
battle map too if anybody wants to see who's watching the stream. Give me one moment.
Yeah, I want to see it.
I am going to attempt to get closer, because I want to see if I can see in the window, if possible.
All right. Did I change out you guys' stuff yet? I feel like I forgot to change your stuff out.
Change our stuff out.
Yeah, your ability stuff.
Mm.
Let me change that real quick too. That will take just a moment. Yeah, you're at level 11 still.
Wait, what?
I forgot to update the cards. Let me add those in real quick. That was what I forgot to do this week.
So hard on those 5 minutes to get those done for you.
I know. I'm the worst.
For a whole 5
Actually, no, I will have to say, it took me about 5 hours because I kept on falling asleep trying to work on it. You guys are like, don't remember to do this. And I'm like, oh, right. Like, it's so bad. But it only took me 5 minutes once I stayed awake.
All right, there. They should be updated now. But this is what Raya sees as she approaches. There's all these kind of yellow slugs swarming around next to
we have the bones.
next to her.
Oh, there's slugs. I don't know why I thought they were like bushes. I don't know if they're slugs.
Bushes.
Bushes.
No, there's bits of slugs
Trees. Oh.
swarming around. Yeah, I was making this map and I was like, what could I use to represent this? And I found eggs that I could just make really big. And so they are
Why does that
eggs,
work?
but they are
Terrible.
slugs.
I don't like the slug eggs. I'm gonna attempt to get close. Okay, can I show you where I want to like? Because I'm assuming. Hold on, can I move me really fast? Just
Yeah,
like,
go ahead and move as you want to get closer.
So, can I see in the window from like here? Because I'm assuming this is a window up here. Yeah.
So you're approaching up to that location to go look in the window?
Yeah, but I don't know if I can see anything from right here where I'm at. Can I see anything or no?
Okay. So as you draw closer to look closer to the window, you can see that flicker of fire inside the building, and you're peering in. But as you draw closer, the slugs definitely seem to take notice of you.
Brody, okay.
And what really concerns you, though, is the slugs are kind of over top of these skeletal forms that you're beginning to see closer to this building. And you watch as, like, almost unnaturally, the legs kind of shoot up and the back kind of snaps up. Like, the bodies are not moving naturally at all as these forms of corpses rise up and just kind of snap in these weird positions with slugs just covering them.
I would not keep approaching if I saw when I saw that. I'm going to.
Before you do that, we're rolling for initiative.
Got it.
So,
I'm gonna hightail it out of here, but okay. 21. I'm rolling good. Well, nope, we're not gonna say that. Say that.
I was like, that was a very braggy roll right there. Like, it's not gonna go
I
well
just mean,
for you here
like,
now.
wow, it's going well. Oh, no.
yep, be careful what you
Can't do
say.
that. Can't do that.
Usually doesn't end well for people.
So, knocking on wood.
21 you said?
Yes.
Alright. Karis, what'd you get?
15.
15. And Renan, what did you get?
18.
Wow, look at you all go.
Good.
Alright, let me roll for everybody involved in this.
Everybody. How many?
right. Pulled out a nice book for this one.
No.
Uh-oh.
Hey, good thing I had my swords at radiant damage, I think, right?
I think
Undead?
they're still there, yeah. Alright. Let me roll some initiatives here. Double check everything I'm looking at. Alright, so that...
Hey, Mark, when we did the Divine Sense and examine the slugs last game, did we get an idea mechanically, spell-wise, what they are? What they would be considered?
Nope.
They weren't fiends, yeah, so...
They're not fiends.
Is there a way to figure that out? Like with an action, or how does one figure
You
that out?
certainly
for
can
yourself?
attempt to try, but
Or is it more like trying the spell out and then seeing if
you don't
it
know what they
applies
are. I
to
think you
me?
guys did investigate them and you did not learn what they were.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Cool. Sounds good. Just wasn't sure how that would play out.
all right. I guess if you have a spell that you're saying this would affect this type of creature, I'll say if it applies or not.
Yep. After I cast the spell, right?
Yep.
Or
Yeah, because you don't know what they are, unfortunately.
you're
They just seem like slugs, but weird slugs. All right. I wonder if I have a good combat song I could play for this instead. Let's find out. I don't know what would be good. Should I just randomly pick one? You guys just hope that we find a good
Sure.
one on a random
YOLO.
pick? Sure.
Let your heart tell you what to pick.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is good or not, but let's find out. All right. So we begin our initiative here. Raya, you watch as these forms begin to rise. Let me mark them on the map for you.
Okay.
So you watch as, like right here, this sort of covered form appears
ew.
and rises up in these few locations here
I don't know what you're looking at.
and here.
They look really...
You also notice a bigger one there that rises up, and a bigger one there that rises up.
Oh,
And-
what, I mean bigger? I mean like it's like a creature that is not human that died, or like...
They are large in category, so they are pretty big. They're about 10 feet in size. It looks to be, I mean, mostly a swarm of these yellowish creatures that are part of, like, making up this. But it's sort of building itself around these bones of creatures that had died.
Okay.
So you're kind of got a lot around you. As it's your turn.
Okay. I can
Um,
attack... Good.
Yeah, if you want to attack, go for it.
I can attack this guy in front of me, or do you move closer? Am I close enough? Oh, also, are the slugs like see, for instance, there's a bunch of slugs in front of me. If I step there, am I like actually stepping on slugs, or just on the map, like to represent slugs? And
You probably will have some that you step on at some point. There's a good number of them.
okay. I'm gonna attack this guy in front of me.
All right, go up and approach whichever one you're attacking.
Yeah, and I'm gonna use. I'm still on radiant damage.
Sounds good.
For my sword, so I'm gonna shoot. Well, no, I'm just gonna do one attack with my sword. So.
Okay.
Oh man, that was 23 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. 9 damage.
Nice.
Oh wait, just kidding. I didn't do my radiant.
Okay.
Is that D&D ASMR right there?
I know. I was like, that was an ASMR sound if I ever heard one.
Oh, sorry. 11.
11 total. Okay.
Yes.
Sounds
I just
good.
got the tingles like that.
And then wait, and then I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage, and I'm gonna just kind of move it on back here until I can nothing that close to me.
All right. Sounds good.
And then I'll obviously, I don't know if I can, it does count as an action. I'm like, guys, come
Yeah,
here.
that's a free action. You can just start yelling for help. It's pretty loud though, so you're definitely making yourself well known
Well,
now.
actually, wait. Well, if we're gonna.
You are fighting them, so.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Okay. So yeah, everybody in the area now, because you had to yell 125 feet to make them hear.
Wait, actually, just kidding. Can I message? I can message that far, can I?
It's 120 feet. And you went forward, so technically you're out of range right now.
That's an action.
It is an action
Oh,
as
you're
well.
It is an
So
action.
Okay, no, I'll yell. I'm freaked out. The slug
Okay.
people are up. I don't know what's happening?
Renan, you hear the yelling.
As you said, Renan's turn?
Yeah, you're next. You hear the yelling of Raya.
Cool. So, can I, if I run forward, could I see the area enough to do a spell? Because I have a 120-foot spell, but I
You
wasn't
can
sure how
see these
accurate he'd
forms
be.
rising up. Yeah, you can see that.
Yeah. Okay.
You see Raya just come
yeah.
on.
Karis, are we poofing over or are we running?
I can both.
Okay. I go 5 feet in front of her.
Okay.
And I have no clue how concentration's gonna work when we poof. However, I'm going to moonbeam right on the other side of Raya. I can't see the map, so you tell me how this would work. But he's gonna try and get as many of the bigger things moving up.
Is
and
that a
moonbeam
10-foot circle?
And I guess I gotta decide what level too, huh? 5-foot radius, right?
5-foot radius?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 10-foot diameter.
Yep. Okay.
And then I guess I'll do it at... Yeah, we'll do it at... We'll do it at 4th level.
4th level. Wow. All right.
4th
Sounds
level
good.
moonbeam.
Sounds good. So,
Watch it. Nothing works on them.
that's you. You're holding that spell.
Yep, and then I'm gonna prepare to hold it while vamping.
Yep.
I have no clue how that works.
All right. Karis, you're next.
Okay, I'm going to do 2 sorcery points to quicken spell. And so the door is my bonus action.
Sick.
Okay.
Convention door. So I want to get near Raya.
All right. So you run over, grab Renan, use your bonus action, and Misty Step in here.
Bonus action dimension step. That's awesome.
Dimension door.
Or yeah, dimension door here. Renan, go ahead and do your moonbeam. Tell me where you'd like it to be.
Can we get these 3 on the left? In like if I go for that center point there.
It'd be hard to get all 3 of them, so pick 2 of them.
Really? If I put in the middle of that square, wouldn't it hit?
It's a
all
5-foot radius, so
Yeah,
Pick-
so it's 10 foot.
yeah, pick a cross where you want it to be, and it's gonna get 4 squares basically.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll go. So if I'm doing a cross, then I'll go between the big guy and the little guy in the front.
All right.
I can't really ping it.
So
Right here.
All right. So yeah, I'll move this in a second, but there.
Gotcha. Yeah.
All right. Perfect. That's you. You did your moonbeam. Karis, finish your turn.
Okay, and then I'll use my action to, let's do create bonfire
Sure.
on, we'll do this big guy right here.
All right. So a little fire
I'll
appears.
do this, yeah, this square. So even the slugs in it might burn away, but he needs to make a dex saving throw.
All right. Dexterity saving throw from the big guy. 17.
Is mine. Hold on, let me check. I think that's the number. Oh my gosh, I had too many things open. I'm so sorry. Yeah, he makes it.
So he dodges it.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think they take half damage or anything. I don't know if the slugs, maybe the
probably
slugs
not a
burn up.
cantrip. But... All right. Is that it?
Do the slugs burn up at least?
No, you missed it. They dodge out of the way.
Well, oh, they're on him?
They're like, this is built of slugs and corpse. Like, that's what this is made of.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, that's
right.
my turn.
Sounds good. That's your turn. All right, it is the big guy's turn. So one needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Please.
How does a 19 do against the?
Yup. So he gets half,
Actually,
right?
Mark, can I move like right here?
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
15 points of radiant damage.
15 sounds good. Let me check one thing.
And that is halved already.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Sounds good.
Do I see it burning them at all, or is it?
It does a little bit of damage, but this thing looks pretty resilient. Some of those slugs kind of fall off, but it almost looks like them kind of combined and like attached to this corpse, which you notice kind of has these black roots sticking out of it, the rot root sticking out of it. It looks like it's holding on.
Okay. So it's, what is it, resistant to radiant then? Is that what you're saying?
No, just
Oh, okay.
it looks tough.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
But that's their turn, the big guys. So this one, 1, 2, 3, is going to approach up to you, Renan, and is going to make some attacks. The first attack, actually, wait, better. We're going to move to here. And we're gonna do, as it just kind of like brings its arms around, like it's weird because like the bones would not normally move like this on a human because like they're attached to their shoulders, but the slugs almost like swing the arms almost like helicopter style around to like attack both of you.
Terrifying. But I'll do protection on Raya.
Actually, I need you both to make a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage on this.
Disadvantage.
Yeah.
We get the
Mark,
we get the boost.
Yeah. But
how does that work with my reliable? Or wait, does reliable talent work for saving throws too, or
that's for
just
skills only.
just for skills? Okay. 15.
Okay.
And are you including the +4 that I give you?
Oh no, I'm not. No, I'm sorry.
It'd be
18.
It'd be 19. You just get the +4.
Yeah, this isn't
Oh,
blessed.
oh,
this
okay,
is
oh,
like
sorry.
an
D4,
automatic
yeah.
thing you always
Oh,
have.
I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, 19. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Ability check.
What did you get, Brennan? And Karis, I need you to make one too, again at disadvantage. You're in range of
Oh,
this.
I did.
As his arms kind of unnaturally long reach swings around.
Oh.
7.
7. Okay. You fail.
Actually, could be worse. Okay, no, it's 7.
You fail. Okay.
10.
And you fail as well. Both you and Renan are prone now, as the arms swing and just knock you off by your feet to the ground. Okay. That is all this does with its turn, but the other one is going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to you, Karis. Charge up to you. And it's going to make 2 slam attacks with its arms on the prone Karis. That is going to be a 20 to hit on the first one.
Shield.
Okay. Second attack is going to be a 22. Does that beat your new AC, or what are you at?
It's 21. So
Okay,
that
so it does get through. Okay.
Mhm.
So you get hit by the second attack. You take 16 bludgeoning damage as it swings down and clobbers you into the earth there. Alright. That is their turn. Alright. The smaller ones go. That one that's in the moonbeam. Let's see. That is going to be a 18 for the cons check.
I mean, re-roll or just use the same number?
Reroll.
So it'd be 12.
12. Okay.
Out.
So he is still up and begins to move. Up to you. It almost looks like they are surrounding you in some ways, but one does come up to you, Renan, as you're prone on the ground. And you watch as it gets close, and this mouth just hangs open with these sharp teeth, and it just flops open with these slugs that are like holding the jaw together. But you recognize the face to be that of Lycor.
Ew.
Yeah.
Are
Okay.
you kidding me?
That's gross.
Lycor's the guy with evil-
No.
The sun
Sure,
elf
that's right,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
the bodies that the forest pulled in.
Gross.
So it comes up to you, goes for this bite, which will be a with advantage. That will be a 22 to hit.
Hits.
And you take damage. 7 piercing damage. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage, please.
What's advantage? Like it. What was that? 22. So I'm gonna use blessings of the something
Okay.
D4 thing. 18.
All right, you succeed. As just like the presence of these creatures just
Everybody
seem like they are messing with your heads, and something's going on. It's weird. You feel like your heads are just not fully right.
Good to know.
All
Alright.
right. Okay.
What are you gonna do?
Top of the round. We enter into the next turn. The front door swings open,
Yeah.
and standing there, you see Aleah.
Buddy.
Her creepy.
You
dead
notice her
friends.
hair is just hanging down. She does not look well at all. You notice too, like her mouth has black kind of goo stuff on it, like almost like she's been eating the blackness of the roots or something.
Oh my gosh.
And she just looks with this crazed look in her eye as she sees all of you there. and just you can
That's
see
gross.
her muttering to herself something, but you can't make it out. It's not very present, I guess you could say. Renan and actually, this would be all of you. All of you, please make me a intelligence saving throw with disadvantage.
Can I counterspell?
You're
she
gonna
doing
counterspell?
Yeah, she's doing a spell, isn't she?
Yeah.
Okay, counterspell at 5th level.
All right. You dissipate her spell.
Good job,
I
Garrett.
know exactly what she's going to do.
Really? Yeah. I don't.
We
wanna
did this
be-
last time. No one's dying today. Thank you very
No one's
much.
dying today.
And she just kind of snaps her head your direction as you counterspell it. And she just... You die! You will die now. Kill them. And that's the end of...
Girly.
She will hide behind, take cover behind the door. Raya, your turn. You're up, standing currently.
Yeah, I am going to bonus action disengage and step back here, so I'm just not next to this thing. And I'm gonna shoot it with my gun.
All right. So, when you pull your gun up to shoot at it, you can shoot, but with disadvantage.
Why?
Because something's happening.
Now, how does this work?
Mhm.
Can I just do if I let's say I rolled bad, and I want to use one of my luck points to make it a straight roll? How does that work?
It's a reroll of the same circumstances, so it's disadvantage again.
Okay.
So, disadvantage on your attack here.
Not bad for the first one. Okay. Hold on.
You said you're targeting the big guy, right?
Correct.
Okay.
How is 20 to hit?
20 to hit will hit.
Okay. And I'm gonna sneak attack him, obvi.
No, you had disadvantage on this. I'm sorry.
Ah, dang it. Okay.
Bugs are worse than Void.
No,
These are fun monsters I found, and I'm like, let's throw these at them.
no, it's mean.
It's
Okay.
me.
I don't want to do math here. 14 damage.
All right. Sounds good. You
I
fire
have a-
again and blast off a chunk of these slugs that are on this thing, but then others just kind of slither up and take its place and are squirming around the body.
I have a question.
Yes.
I don't know if you answer it my next turn, you can, I don't know. But if I were going to steady aim and use my bonus action to get advantage, would it be a straight roll then, or would it be still disadvantage, but
Most likely it'd be a straight roll, depending on circumstances. But you can't move, you can't do anything else if you do
No,
that.
I can't do it. No, that's fine. Okay, just curious for future reference. Okay, I think my turn is done.
All right, sounds
Yeah,
good.
I'm good.
Renan, Mr. Prone Boy over here. What would you
Oh
like
yeah,
to
that's right. I am prone. So I get up.
do? All right, half your movement.
We're gonna try something stupid here. Renan sees Aleah and kind of how wild she looked, and especially that goo. He is going to get up, move here, take the opportunity attack,
All right.
and then we'll continue forward to take the other opportunity attack.
So you get 2 opportunity attacks. The first one actually comes in from the small guy. For a...
Wouldn't the big one come in first because I moved out of that first, or does he have reach?
He has a longer reach, so...
Good to know.
But he misses with only a 17.
Oh.
The second one does swing, though, through with a 26 to hit.
Ooh, yeah, that hits.
18 bludgeoning damage from the second one. Just boosh, collides with these big,
Alright.
big heavy arms.
Use the momentum, and then I'll dash as my action.
All right.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25 into the room.
Okay.
And then kind of, and then when I get like, see her up close, and I'm just gonna be like, Aleah, we're here to help, and bonus action quicken spell, remove curse on her. I'm just like grabbing her shoulders and trying to see if we can break anything on her.
Okay.
Question for you though, because I don't know with your rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Upcasting normally doesn't do anything. Does that do anything with having to do rolls?
You can use a spell slot higher to cast this, but upcasting won't do anything for this spell.
Right, so it's not going to change like a DC or anything like that, right?
No.
Okay. Cool.
So,
Because
you
I know
reach
you and I
out-
were talking about different stuff on the other one. So I'll use a third level then.
Okay. You reach out to... Yeah, this isn't like counter spell. This is something different. So you reach out, touch Aleah, and send your healing energy into her. She just like her hair's down and she's kind of like looking down, kind of head tilted a little bit, and you put that healing energy into her, and she just hand snaps up and grabs your wrists and flings it off of her, and her eyes just look crazed.
Ugh. So no effect.
No effect.
Good. That's great. That's awesome.
All right. Is that it for
Leave
your
it on to
turn?
do this. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Bonus action movement. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Karis, your turn. You're prone.
Actually, I will use my last 5 feet to come back out just to get a little closer to everything else.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna get up, and actually 5, 10, 15. Okay, I will take this attack of opportunity from this thing.
Okay.
Move through its space.
Sounds good. 19 to hit.
I'll do another shield just so it's up the rest of the time.
Oh, that reminds me. You couldn't have counterspelled because you used your shield. That
No.
reminds me. Thank you for that. Let's rewind a moment here. Sorry, guys. Short rewind. Renan.
Alright.
Sorry, I always forget that.
Yeah, I forgot that was part of it too.
reaction.
Renan, Raya, and Karis, I need you all to make intelligence saving throws disadvantage.
And Ryan and I were next to each other, right? So we both get
Yeah,
the...
you get the
get
plus
Matt
4. But yeah, intelligence saving throws disadvantage for that, please.
I'm going to use a luck point and reroll, please.
Okay.
Oh, disadvantage again, yeah.
Disadvantage again.
So I rolled a 1, and I'm not doing that. Not today.
I also rolled a 1.
I
Nat
fully-
20.
I totally. It's a disadvantage one, so.
I know, it's not okay.
Gonna hurt, guys.
24.
24. Okay, you're good. Karis, what'd you get?
1 total. I mean, I rolled 1, so.
Okay.
Failed.
So we're gonna move you back to where you were, and we're just gonna say this is a delayed reaction because we're gonna have Renan still go on and run his do his thing, but now the spell hits because I don't
Yeah.
want to rewind too much because I don't remember how far back
Yeah.
we have to go. But now the spell hits. So Renan, you failed. You said.
Yeah, it was a 10.
Okay, that is a failure. And Karis, we're gonna move you back to where you were, here, prone on the ground, as now the spell does take effect.
Okay.
Six
You make an intelligence saving throw at the end of each of your turns to see if it ends.
at the end of your turns. Yep.
Yep.
So 8d6, right? Is this upcasted at all? No, it's 8d6. Okay. 10, 16. My goodness, I'm rolling really good. 22, 28, 33, 37 psychic damage
We're off.
to both of you. Raya, you was like 37, so you take 19 or 18 points of psychic damage.
Right.
Renan, your head, and Karis, your head, all of a sudden, just your head is not straight. You will be subtracting a d6 from your ability or your attack rolls, ability checks, and Constitution saving throws. Renan, please make a concentration check on your moonbeam. Remember, you have a d6 you're rolling to subtract from that now, and disadvantage on your concentration check as well.
Lord.
Are you done?
This is a fun fight.
All right. So 18 down to a 16. So I think I fail that, right?
16. Yeah, it's
Half would have been
half is
30.
No, you took
37 half.
Yeah, you took 37 half to be the 18. So yeah, moonbeam fades.
It wasn't too tied to that one anyway. So it's
Let me see if I can select that. How do I get that again?
Moonbeam is like, I'm not going anywhere, buddy.
There we go.
Well, this is rough.
All right, so moonbeam dropped. Your head is staticky and fuzzy. Karis, yours as well. Now you can do your turn, Karis. Sorry,
Okay.
that was a lot of stuff that we had to rewind it for a second.
I'm sorry too. Well, he didn't hit me when I moved over.
Okay, so yeah, now you put your shield up because of the.
Actually, I don't know if I want to anymore. I want to save my counter spell.
Okay, do you want to take the hit
I
then?
think I'm gonna take the hit.
All right, sounds good. So you take the hit instead, as it reaches out to bite you. This one over here, you notice the face of why is her name escaping me?
Lorith?
Lorith, yes.
No, we
Well, no, we took
Wait,
Laura's
we
body.
took her
who's-
body.
Who's the other one? It's a Theron. That's who it is.
Yeah,
That's it.
which is the sad one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
that
Theron
one makes me
reaches
sad.
out and bites at you. You take 8 points of piercing damage from that.
Okay.
Buddy.
All right.
All right. So I'm going to cast. I'm gonna cast Sunbeam. We have a nice straight line right here.
Sure.
Nice.
So. How it works is it's a 5-foot wide, 60-foot long line.
Okay.
Each creature in the line must make a Constitution saving throw. Oh, actually, first, can I say first? For my bonus action, before I do this, I want to bring Roz out
Okay.
right in front of me, in front of this big guy.
Okay. So he's in the line?
No, actually, I'll do right beside me. Like,
There?
yeah, like right.
Okay.
And so, but because he's right in front of this big guy, this guy rolls at disadvantage on the saving throw.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll for Roz really fast?
Yeah, roll me initiative for him.
3.
3. Okay.
Nice.
Drop him in at the end of the order there. All right. So you spend your spell slot for Sunbeam.
Yep.
All right. First one at disadvantage for a Constitution save. That'll still be a 17.
Okay, that passes.
Then the regular one after that is a 23.
Yep.
And the first little guy is going to be a 6, and the second little guy
Okay.
is going to be a 16.
So the little guy takes full damage, is also blinded until its next.
The first
until
little
my
guy?
next turn.
The first little guy?
The one that anybody that fails.
What's your DC?
16. So
Okay,
just
so only
the
that
one
one.
guy.
Okay.
Yeah. And the rest take half damage and are not blinded.
Okay.
So I can finally do this. 68.
I know, you're so excited. You can use your Sunbeam.
I know. 32 radiant damage.
32 radiant damage. Nice.
And then that, like I said, that one is blinded.
So, you send out this blast of sun energy straight through this line of them. The Lycor one is the one you hit, and it just gets obliterated. It is gone. No even need for it to be blinded because, yeah, it's not even worth it.
By Lycor.
Lycor's corpse just kind of falls in different places.
Brody.
Maybe protecting the last one a little bit from that blast, but it is gone. So,
Okay.
all right, nice. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, I used everything.
All right, sounds good.
She's like, Frost, get him!
Who are you instructing him to target?
Big guy.
Big guy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sounds good. The big guy's turn.
Speaking of big guy.
He sees you and is going to pick a... I'll roll for it. Why not? I'll roll to see who he targets between the two of you. Yep, you for the first one and you for the second one. So both attacks against Karis. Swings at you with its slam.
Protection from a fall.
If only. Does this do anything for your AC?
I have a mage armor. So
No, I'm just wondering if Synaptic Static does anything for your AC.
It doesn't.
End of your turn. Make an intelligence saving throw disadvantage, please. I
Oh,
forgot about
right.
that.
Thank you. I forgot to. 12.
12 fails. You're still fuzzy-headed. But how does a 19 do against you to hit?
I don't know how much I can keep taking hits.
I'd say.
I think I'm gonna do shield.
Okay. So you bring up the shield. Second attack is going to be... That's a 29 to hit. So,
Ugh.
sorry.
Oof.
That is going to be 16 points of bludgeoning damage as it slams down on you. Is Sunbeam a concentration spell? I can't remember.
It is.
All right, this is going to be unfortunate because it's disadvantage minus a d6 roll from it. And Constitution
Okay, hold on
saving throw.
1 second.
10's the DC, right?
10 will be the DC, I believe. Yep.
I beat 10. I got a 12.
Nice. Good work. Oh, look at that. Arcane Anthems. Thank you so much for the raid. Hey, how's it going? Our crazy fight right now is happening with our party, and they're trying to survive. So root them on, because this is a tough fight. I've found some nasty enemies to
I don't like
throw
it.
at them. Yeah, I've been looking for something fun because you guys have like amazing saving throws, especially with a paladin who gives you a +4. And I was like, oh, these guys give disadvantage on saving throws.
I
Everything.
don't like it.
I'm gonna throw these at them. So, there we go. Okay, so it slams 2 on you. Raya,
Yeah.
actually, I think this would go for running because it's going to the house. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Howdy, partner.
Hey.
This would be considered flanking.
Yep.
First attack is a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
Minimum damage for a total of 7.
Okay.
Second attack is a 29 or 28 to hit. So
So close, but just it.
right.
It's Warrior. I need Warrior.
17 bludgeoning damage on that one.
Right now. Yeah.
But yeah, welcome in, Raiders. Thanks for raiding so much, Arcane Anthems. Thank you so much for that. Shout out for you for sure. Appreciate you being here. Right in the middle of combat, yes.
I have all the bludgeoning, man. Where's the slashers at?
Sorry, these guys are hefty.
Where's
Oh,
armor for reasons?
so, because it hit you with both arms, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, minus the D6 at disadvantage.
This is brutal.
This is a brutal one.
Both pretty good. So both 14s up to 22, down to 21.
You're good.
Woo.
Why is it hugging me?
All right. You roll one thing too to see if it recharges an ability. It does.
Oh.
Good. Okay.
Awesome. Good for you, dear friend.
Sounds good. All right.
Oh.
Now the little guy's turns. This one is going to charge you, Raya.
As you do.
This one is going to sort of stay back here by the big guy. This one will attack Raz, and this one will stay behind the big guy here. So Raya, you get attacked.
Yep.
Alright. Ooh, okay, that's a 21 to hit.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, if only my AC were higher.
7 piercing damage.
Okay.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage, please.
Boo. Okay, not bad for both actually. How's a 16 do for me?
You pass.
Woo.
Raz gets attacked. Raz will get hit. Yep, Raz gets hit. What's his health at now? Let's see. You guys, your level's 12, so that'd be 43 health points for him.
He's so strong.
He's so
Leveling up,
strong.
man. Gotta look at him.
Love him.
37 points of damage. Makes a wisdom saving throw. Or not, not 37. 37 health left. Sorry.
Oh, I was like,
No,
ugh.
no.
That makes more sense.
Wrong number.
A little less nervous.
He just passes his wisdom saving throw. And that will be it for them. Okay, Raz's turn. You said attack the big guy, so he will attack the big guy.
Yeah.
He rolled
Come on,
a
Raz.
3 on the die, so that's a miss.
Aw, buddy.
All right, that's Raz's turn. Top of the round, round number 3. As we get into this, Aleah is up first. So Renan.
Wait, did Ren roll to break his thing or no? His or the.
Because of the weird positioning, this will happen on
Uh-huh.
his next turn. Just because
Oh, okay.
the stuff didn't go into effect. He got his whole turn still, and all the stuff happened normally. So we're just weird timing, but he'll get on his next turn.
Making sure.
I put an asterisk on this fight. It's fine.
I'll put it on there too.
Oh, shit.
You guys would all be clumped together more. So
Yeah.
okay.
Different stuff.
So, Renan, you stand there by Aleah.
I do.
She is going to. What should she do?
Be very nice because we're trying to be friends with her for a long time now.
For so long.
We get you a shower and some real food.
Some of that weird, gross
Yeah.
stuff.
You know, and it looks very goth, but you know we can work
Oh,
on
Like,
it.
wipe your hands all over.
There's other
You-
ways.
You watch as she just kind of like brings her hands down after you grabbed her and backed away, and all these like swarming like black little things are flying around her, like the particles that you've seen in the air normally, but you can see them now, and they're in your space as well.
I don't like that.
And she then unleashes as she like brings her hands down with a scream, just screams out as you hear this echoing bong in your brain. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, disadvantage minus that d6.
It's gonna work on me, isn't it?
You can do it.
Never works on other people for me. Okay. Come on, Alasha.
I'm channeling all my energy. Am I good? Nope. Okay.
Is it a
Well,
1?
So wisdom.
Wisdom.
Be 8 down to a 5.
All right, that was definitely a failure.
That was a 1.
And you have taken damage, so you will take the D12 of damage.
Renan looks dazed. Michael breaks through and goes, "How dare you?"
Only 10 necrotic damage though from that. Does it do anything else? Nope. Okay. That is it for her turn. Raya, you're up.
I have a question.
Yes.
You're saying, so if I were gonna try and hit this big guy, and I was gonna, do steady aim, give up all my movement, all that stuff, would I be able to get sneak attack then, or does something happen, like, because I'd normally get disadvantage, does it not work?
Wouldn't it be if it was anybody within 5 feet? You get
Well,
sneak
yeah, but
attack on.
The disadvantage
Yeah,
cancels that out
disadvantage.
though.
Yeah, that's tough. But if I get advantage, does that make it normal?
And then it's a normal
Like,
roll, and then if
yeah,
the ally's in
like a
5 feet, then that means you'd still
Like
get sneak.
that was my question.
Potentially,
That's
yeah.
what I thought.
Potentially, yes. If that's how it works out. What would you like to do?
Okay. I'm gonna risk this guy hitting me again. I'm gonna steady aim at the big guy over here.
All right, big guy targeted.
Yes.
Straight roll.
And I just straight roll. Sorry.
Great job.
I got it's like a 29 to hit. It's really
Yeah,
high.
that hits.
Alright, sneak attack.
You can roll sneak attack.
1, 2, 3. What the what? 41 damage.
41 damage. Nice.
Nice.
That is a great hit.
How's he looking?
Pretty hardy.
Still?
There's a lot of
Right.
slugs still on there as you, again, blast off like a whole section of its midsection, but the slugs just kind of swarm in that empty spot. Looks like it didn't even need it.
Okay, I'm gonna... Yeah, I can't do anything else now, so...
All right. Sounds good. Renan, at the start of your turn,
Oy.
you take 5 poison damage from these swarming particles that are in the air around you.
Aren't I
How are you
immune to? Or is that just disease?
Diseases, I believe.
So 5 points.
5 points of poison damage. As she just looks horrifying right now to you, as black stuff is dripping from her mouth. All these particles are swarming around her. Pretty horrifying.
Yeah. All right. I think the best way to do this. He's just gonna take out his katana and just. Sorry, Aleah. And then he's going to bonus action, quicken spell, Moon Flame Blade.
Okay.
And swing out at her.
Disadvantage attack, please. Minus a d6.
Not bad. I don't know if it's gonna hit her though. +9. Seven, 8, 9 plus 9. 18, right?
Yep.
Woo! D&D math.
All right. You seem to slice through some sort of protective barrier.
Wait.
What?
19 down to 16. Forgot about the D6. So I'm being honest with that.
So you swing out with this towards the. You cast a spell, you said too?
But yeah, so it's a bonus action Moon Flame Blade
Okay.
with it.
You swing up with your attack on that and just hit some sort of repelling energy that surrounds her, as you unfortunately do not hit her.
Not cool. Not cool. All right.
I know that D6 hurts. This is why Ezreal had so much trouble against.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is rough. I don't know if I can go another turn or not. I'll do.
Your mic cut out.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm just.
He's thinking.
I'll do a 5th level cure wounds on myself.
All right, sounds good. Go ahead and roll that up. Look, the
Good.
chat's behind you, Bardic. Come on.
Yeah, right. Sorry. I wanted to do damage, but I knew I had to heal up. So, all right. Yeah, that's his turn.
Okay. How much you heal up for?
30. I just put it in there. I think it was like 33.
Oh, nice. That's good.
Nice.
All right. At the end of your turn, you can make an intelligence saving throw with disadvantage, minus that D6 still.
Please, please. You can do it.
Intelligence.
Yep.
8 minus something.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a failure.
Yeah, brain
Your
freeze.
head is still fuzzy. You are experiencing what Ezreal went through moments before his death. Bit scary. All right.
Yahoo.
Karis, it's your turn.
A sad little Yahoo. Okay, so I will quicken spell again.
Okay.
Oh, hold on 1 second. I forgot to subtract Raz's. Okay. So I'll quicken spell to Dimension Door. Poof. Oh, hold on 1 second. Over near Ren.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna be right. I think here's what I was.
Okay.
I want to do a straight line. Yeah, this will hit. Do you see what I'm hitting? Do you see the line I'm doing? Or
Yep,
do you
I
not
see your
that?
line. Yep.
Okay, so it's the 3 of them, I think.
Okay. What are you casting though?
I still have Sunbeam up,
Okay.
so I'm doing another line down there.
Sweet.
Because I can just use it as an action.
Yeah.
So my
Yeah.
spell was the bonus action, and then for my actual
Sounds
action,
good.
it's Sunbeam.
So Constitution saving throw for those 3.
Yes, and that big guy still does disadvantage because Roz is
Yep.
there.
Okay. So big guy number 1 is going to be a 21. Little guy number 1 is a 16.
Fail. Oh no,
and-
just kidding. It just passes.
Do you want big guy number 2? Is that who you want for the other targets?
Yeah.
Okay. Big guy number 2,
He
disadvantage.
goes at disadvantage.
Is also a 16.
Dang it, none of them. Okay. So they all take half damage of whatever I'm about to roll.
Okay.
Karis,
30.
what?
2.
32 down
hold on.
to 16.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, 16 to both the big guys and that one that's back there. Let's see. Okay. Nice. Good turn.
Thank you.
Uh,
And then intelligence saving throw.
Yep, intelligence saving
Right.
throw, disadvantage, minus a d6 from it.
There is
You can
no
do it.
way I'm getting this. With
Okay.
no intelligence modifier, there is absolutely
If
no
you
way.
don't
move
have
closer, you
intelligence?
get the boost. But just put that out there. So that's
Can't.
up to you.
It won't do anything for this one, I don't think, because that's 7 minus 2
Yeah.
already.
All right.
so.
Is that at the end of your turn?
I think I will. Actually, can I get a little closer? Because I'm
Sure.
within hitting distance of this thing anyway,
Yeah, you are.
right?
Yep.
So, and yeah, I just poofed next to her, and I'm like, "Hi, I hate
Bye.
these slugs.
Bye. I don't like this.
All
Bye,
right.
bye. Do you remember what bye means?
Yeah, I'm
Bye,
really
and
sad
bye.
right now.
I'm sad and SOS emergency.
All right. At the end of your turn now, the two big guys get to go. I'm going to roll to see who they target between the two of you. Both for you, Karis. As you, again, unleashed a big old nasty thing on them, and they don't like that. So,
Yeah.
2 attacks on you.
I can't protect you either.
First one, 29 to hit, or 27 to hit, sorry.
Mhm.
Second one is going to be, 25 to hit. So,
Well, at least I'm not tempted to use shield.
yeah, no reason to use shield on this one.
Oof.
You take from the first attack. What is that? 19 from the first one.
Okay.
And the second one is a 12. I need you to make 2 concentration checks on that. And as well, because of that 2 hits, you just take 11 more points of psychic damage as well.
What? Why?
It's an ability they have.
Oh. Okay.
I forgot to do it to Redden earlier, but I'll let that one go because I just forgot about that one. So.
I think it drops.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure, because... Wait, what do I have to beat?
I think they're both DC 10s.
Okay, hold on then. Hold on.
Minus a D6 from your roll.
Right.
Disadvantage.
Hold on. So...
You gotta roll 3 of them for me.
Yeah, okay, actually, first one does pass.
Okay. 1 success.
I got a 13.
Okay.
Second passes.
Nice.
Third passes.
Wow.
Nice.
Look at you go.
Thank you! Plus 8 Constitution.
Yeah.
Saving throw modifier.
That is very good.
Oh, we
But
do it in
she's-
Iron Fist.
You rolled the D6 subtracted for all of them, right?
I did, yes.
Okay.
It didn't matter. So, I'm looking pretty rough, though.
Okay.
So, just let you know.
Sounds good. Second giant one now gets to go. It's going to target Roz because that's the only thing nearby. So 2 attacks on him. Both will hit.
Sorry, Roz.
Hi, Roz.
17 on the first one. Second one is 20. Roz is gone.
Oh, bad down.
All right. That one's going to stay there. The big one is then going to move right up next to you, Raya. All right. Regular ones go. This one, I think, is going to stay actually here.
A lot of movement.
No, I'm just trying to figure out where I want it to be, and that's where I want it to be.
No, just checking.
The one that's down by you, Raya, is going to attack. And this one, I think, is going to actually loop around towards you, Karis, and attack you.
Okay.
So, Raya, the first one, 21 to hit you.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be 8 points of piercing damage as it bites you.
Okay.
And Karis, to go against you, only a 7, so you're good there.
That's good.
All right.
Ellie, you remember you have like uncanny dodge and all that kind of stuff, right?
It's not. Oh, that's right. I haven't been close enough to people. I guess yeah. Can I use that then for a reaction against?
Sure, if you want to use your reaction to half that damage, you can.
Yes, please. Well, yeah, I'll do that, please.
Okay,
Thank you.
so take off, what, 4 of it? So.
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause I'm sorry, the big guy already went, didn't he? The
Yeah.
big guy next to me now?
If he just
His-
moved
okay,
up into
yeah,
range of you next.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yes, please.
Okay. Roz is out. Top of the round, round number 4. Kicks off with some Aleah time. Let's see, what could she do? She will... I mean, she hasn't been touched yet, so that's good for her. Yeah, I think we will...
4 things I want to do on my 2 actions. Like, ah. Gotta attack. Gotta channel divinity. I gotta do this.
I think she will again toll the dead on you, Renan. As another BOOM goes off in your head. As she lets out this scream that you can just like hear reverberating into your brain.
Just give me 3 seconds to think.
Give me another wisdom saving throw. Disadvantage minus a d6.
Okay. All right. That is a 6. So, at a nat 20 and a 16 plus 7, so that's 23 minus 6. Yeah.
17?
17.
That is
I should have just
exactly
plus 1
what you
at the end of the
needed.
day.
Exactly what you needed.
Yay!
All right. So you save against her toll the dead.
He's just like looking at her like little blood up the nose, like stop it! I'm trying to help.
All right, that'll be her turn. Raya, you're up.
All right. I am going to first and foremost, I think. We're gonna disengage because I need to get out of here, get out of town. So I'm gonna dash over here. And I am going to, even if it's disadvantage, I'm gonna try and hit the. Well.
How much movement did you do?
I don't know. Sorry, I didn't count, but I can dash like 1,000,000 feet. So.
There.
Yeah, we also disengaged.
Well, you already bonus
yeah,
actioned.
yeah.
Bonus
disengage.
actioned.
Well,
Yeah.
that's okay. I was here 5, 10. Did you move me?
Yep, I moved you back to where you could be.
Thank you. That's fine.
Rogues don't care about the rules.
No, they don't.
Okay, sorry. I had an idea. Now I'm gonna wait a second. Also, I have a question mark. When people are hitting me, you're using the disadvantage thing at the beginning of the turn for my cloak, right? Right. Is that how it works? Wait, hold on. Let me see.
Nope, you gotta remind me about that, Wart. So.
Oh, okay. I thought you were okay. By the way, if someone tries to hit me, I look all.
Okay.
Woo.
I forgot about that
I forgot
completely.
about that too.
Yeah.
I thought you were. I'm sorry. I thought you were doing that.
Nope, I gotta remember
I'm
that.
gonna-
I don't have all your stuff in front of me every time, so.
That's okay. I guess I'm just gonna shoot him and see if I can shoot him with disadvantage. The big guy
Okay.
behind me.
Yep, disadvantage shot on the big guy. Go for it.
Okay. Oh, not bad, not bad. We're gonna see if that hits. How is a 20 to hit?
That does hit. Go ahead, roll your damage.
Okay. All right. Ooh. 18.
Nice.
Is he looking? How's he looking?
I mean,
Still
you've
fine?
taken out a pretty good chunk of him. He's still up, though. He looks like he could probably take a few more of those hits from you.
Okay.
You rolled an 18, too.
Um,
That's really good. Nice.
I know I got 2 6s and.
Great.
I don't know what else.
All right. Anything else you want to do,
No, that's all.
Miss
I don't have
Raya?
anything else.
Okay. Sounds good. Renan, start of your turn. 5 poison damage.
Ow.
As you're still within that range of her swarm of specks in the air.
Oh, went the wrong way with that one. Damage. Okay. Go. Yeah. So, bonus action. I'll be like, it's really hard to put lightning and thunder. We got this. 4th level healing word on my girl Karis, because you're the champion of this fight. And I don't feel like fighting 44, so let's just roll this. +4. Not bad. 16 points.
Oh, nice.
All right. 16 back to you.
And then I'm going to hit Aleah. This guy's got to get some damage. I will turn towards. Now I'm gonna go after Aleah again.
All right.
Try and swing with,
Disadvantage.
Moon Flame Blade.
Disadvantage. And can you do Moon Flame Blade?
Yeah, it's a cantrip.
But you used your bonus action, right? So.
Yeah, it's an action.
Oh, it's an action to do that one?
I was quickening it earlier.
Oh, okay. Go for it then. Disadvantage,
Oh.
minus D6 still. Go for it.
Yeah, that definitely hits. 16 plus 9, 25, down to a 19.
Still hits!
Didn't have said anything.
You still hit her.
Oh, I do? Okay, I thought she was shielding or something.
Nope.
I think it was the 19 is what I got last time, right? Wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't hit.
You got down to... You went down to a 16. Because you
Oh, that's
had to
right.
roll your
That's right, 'cause
D6.
Yeah.
the
So
roll afterwards. Okay. So it does hit this time?
19 hits, yeah.
Okay. Okay, we're doing a lot of stuff here. So, Katana hits for 8 plus 5. 13 points slashing
All right.
and 3 points radiant,
All right.
and then 7 points fire damage
All right.
of the Moon Flame Blade. And then I'm going to swing it back to the big guy behind me. He takes 8 plus 4, so 12 points fire damage.
All right.
And I'm smiting Aleah.
Sounds good.
Just saying, I'm sorry, but we got to take you down.
Go for it.
Hope she can take this. But we're going with a 4th level smite.
Roll it up. Go ahead and roll it.
I'm gonna actually kill her.
Yeah, I might. I'm hoping it will. So, gotta get this fight over with. 10, 22, 20. She's not undead, right?
She's not undead.
Yeah, okay, good. 26 points more radiant damage on top of that.
Nice. You slice into her, all this stuff. She gets kind of dropped down to one hand on her knee, but just rises back up in this unhuman way and just
And I need a
glares at you.
concentration save on her, right? Because she... for her
Synaptic static is not concentration.
Oh, it's not?
Nope.
Ah, that's what I was thinking about breaking
No.
through there.
It
Okay.
is not
Is she holding
concentration.
up this infestation thing?
That is,
at all?
yeah, just already around her. It's not concentration.
Oh, there's no... Wow. Okay, I should have gone for the other guy. That's all right. So then I do a save at the end of his
End
turn.
your turn. -6, disadvantage, concentration, or constitution, or intelligence save, sorry.
Okay. Four.
All over the place. Lots of things going in my head.
16.
Fails. Still up.
Ah, that would hurt. Okay.
All right. Karis, you're up now.
Okay. I will. Sorry, I have so many tabs I'm clicking on too. So I'll move closer to Ren. Just one.
Sounds good.
And I will use my action to sunbeam these two.
Sounds good. Con saves from both of them.
Mm-hmm.
23 and 19.
Okay, so they both pass, but here's some damage for them.
Give it to me.
Let's see. Uh, 25?
Is that halved?
No.
Okay, so down to 12.
Yeah.
All right. Very nice, very nice. Another blast of the sunlight firing through these two, but they are still up.
Can I, so then I'm going to quicken spell,
Okay.
suggestion
All right.
on Aleah.
Sure.
And hold on a second. Let me just make sure I do this. Okay. So I'm just gonna say, hey Leah, we're just your friends. Just sit down and talk to us, okay? No more attacking.
So it's a wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
23.
Oh,
Okay.
love you.
It's a good try.
Thanks.
Is suggestion concentration, though?
No. Wait, can I take that back then? I thought it wasn't concentration. I wouldn't drop Sunbeam for
Okay,
that.
sure. We'll let you
I-
take it back.
I thought it was just an action that lasted. I've never
No,
used this
I think
spell
the
before.
mass suggestion is not, but regular suggestion is
Oh.
concentration. So
Okay. Well, then if that's the case, then I will just do I will take my spell points back and I will use I will get Roz back out instead.
all right.
I'll get him between these two big guys, which ones looks the worst?
Probably the one that Raya's been dealing with, but it's close.
Okay. So maybe I'll bring Roz out over here then.
By the big guy?
Yeah.
Right here? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want him like off to the side so he's not in the way of a sunbeam again?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
Do you mean to roll again, or you want to just keep his initiative?
I'll just keep him there.
Okay. And then I think that's all my stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
End of your turn. Intelligence saving throw. Disadvantage. Minus a d6.
I believe in you.
Not gonna happen.
Is that a fail?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So sad. All right. Big guy's turn. Big guys do not like you, Karis. And they're going to go for you.
Protection.
Sure.
Finally.
Yeah.
22 to hit on the first one.
Yeah, that hits no matter what.
Second one is... Oh, man. Why am I rolling so good? 22 to hit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
How many tablets do you have, Rachel? Three? I'll only give us
4,
tablets.
actually.
Cool. Okay.
11 on the
You're
first one.
Okay.
13 on the second one. And then you also take 4 psychic damage. So I need 3 again. Constitution saving throws. Disadvantage minus a d6. All
am
DC 10.
not looking good. I'm barely standing right now.
All DC 10s. Come on. This is
Okay.
your moment to shine.
One second. Just made 10 on the first one.
Oh no.
Okay.
You got +4s.
You do add 4
never
because
mind.
you're right
I
next to
didn't-
him. So
I did not just make 10 then.
Good.
I got 14.
you can do this. Come on. You're in a good spot
so-
for this.
There's so much math right now. This is really
I know
hard.
it's rough.
There's a lot of like
7.
counteracting.
7 minus 2.
5.
5 plus 8
13.
plus 4. Okay, so that one's
17,
fine.
Yep.
Last one. Okay,
Do it.
so hold on.
What'd you get on the die?
I got a 3.
Okay, plus 8 is 11. Plus up to 18 or 15. So roll that d6. What'd you get?
Yeah, I just did, and I got a 5.
That's 10 exactly.
10.
You're good.
Okay.
You
Yay!
make the save.
So much math, Mark. Okay.
It's
It
a lot
is,
of
it's like
math.
math that like you
Maybe
like,
we'll be
minus-
really good at math by the end of this battle.
Yes, this is your math challenge. You made it though through all 3 of those attacks. Very
Okay,
nice.
Yeah. I
Yay.
have like yeah, she has 7 hit points. She's just like holding your side, but like she saw like this bright light from her hand, like she's trying really hard to keep it.
The other one does not like Raya and is just going to charge you. And is going to attack you. Attack of opportunity from Roz. Roz rolled a 1. Why does he have disadvantage against you?
because of my cloak.
Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me. 19 to hit still.
I'm gonna uncanny dodge that, please.
Okay, so you'll take half the damage on the first one, which will be 16 down to 8. Second attack is straight because your thing stopped working when it hit you.
Yeah, I took damage.
Oh.
20, which will hit. For 9, 14 more bludgeoning damage on that one. And then you
Didn't
get...
I have it?
Not that one. She can only do it once.
Oh, I didn't know she already did it. Sorry.
She did it for the first one. So.
Okay.
And then you get psychic damage on top of that for 4 more psychic damage.
Okay.
All right.
Wait, we need to like regroup.
Sounds good. Yeah. That's their turn. Little guy's turn. This little one is going to go up towards Roz. This one's going to stay here. And this one is going to realize it's in a threatened position as well, and is going to move to there. Okay. One attacks you, Karis.
Okay.
14 to hit, so I think that misses.
Yeah.
All right. That is their turn. Top of the round. Guys, this is getting intense. You guys gotta pull through here. Come on, I believe in you. Aleah starts her turn up, though, as you just unleashed on her all this divine fury in your strike, and she just snaps back and glares at you. She reaches out her hand to grab you with
Counter
some
spell.
crackling energy. What level?
5.
5? And you did not use any mage armor because you didn't need to.
Or shield. No, I didn't.
Your
I
shield.
didn't need to.
So you successfully counterspell her spell.
Oh.
So she like reaches out to grab you and like grabs onto you, but nothing happens, and she just kind of glares over at Karis.
Can I help you?
Kill her! Kill her! Kill her! Kill her! Kill her! Kill her!
Yeah, please don't.
So you just hear her muttering, "Kill her! Kill her! Kill her!" Raya, it's your turn.
How rough is the big guy in front of me looking?
I mean, he's taking a lot of damage, so depending on how well you do, he could die, he might not.
I'm sorry. Am I at can I shoot him that close, or is that going to be a problem?
I mean, it would be a disadvantage, but you're already at disadvantage, so...
Yeah, if I steady aim, would I be at disadvantage being that close, or does that?
That's an interesting
We
rule
flip
on that one.
Yes. Make it a straight roll. Come on.
That
Come on.
Because you're already
Man.
shooting in an invalid way, though. That's where I get the issue with the steady aim, changing that.
How do you mean?
I'm trying to think how I'd rule that one. That's a weird one. Because if you're up close, like, it's just hard to shoot somebody up close.
The whole point of steady aim is that you're like doing, you're like, all right, I'm not gonna move, and you like ground yourself. So that's what you get.
Yeah, and normally that gives you an advantage on a roll. I'll give it to you. Straight roll, go for it.
I just want to get rid of him.
Yeah, you can do a straight roll. Go
Sorry.
for it. I'll give it to you.
Okay. Okay. Oh god. 1 second. 21 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay. And we're just doing, yeah, obviously don't. Oh, well, does the, sorry, does the straight roll, since normally steady aim would give me, like, it gives me advantage, it gives me sneak attack, but since I don't get advantage, it's no sneak, okay, right,
No
okay.
sneak attack on this
God,
one.
there's so many rules counteracting each other, so I'm just confused. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot in this fight.
Yeah.
All right. Roll your weapon damage for me.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm doing good with this thing again. Okay, math. 22.
22, wow.
I got 5, 6, and a 4.
Another big blast if it gets shot away, but it is still up. All right.
Yeah, I'm done.
That's your turn.
Yes.
Renan, start your turn. 5 poison damage.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom really fast. I'll be back.
Sure.
Oh, many things to do. The first up is Karis, so we're going to reach over. I'm gonna grab her hand, her wrist, and give her 25 lay on hands.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's your action to heal her.
Yeah, won't hurt. Bonus action. I'll quicken spell with my last points. Moon Flame Blade again.
All right.
This time I'll do it on big guy.
All right. Sounds good. Disadvantage on the attack, please.
Yeah, natural one.
All right.
Such good spells or rolls otherwise.
And just smacks the blade down, not even being affected.
Mm. Yep.
All right. End of your turn.
Turn.
Go ahead and make that roll again. Disadvantage D6 subtracted.
Yeah.
Intelligence save. You come on. Somebody's got to make this save.
I'm sorry. That wasn't a 1. That was a 7.
Okay.
I looked at it wrong. I don't think it still hits anyway, but 16
Minus a
minus
D6.
6. Keep on rolling 6s. Yeah, it's a 10.
Yeah, no.
So it still doesn't hit, right? Okay, okay.
No. Still bats it away.
I was like, I'm putting you away, and it was like, I'm a 7, not a 1. I was like, oh, okay. You're still being rolled today. Hey, that might just get me out of this. Intelligence. Show my sections. 21 down to, what is that?
15.
15.
Still locked in this
Fails, doesn't
weird,
it?
buzzy head.
Ah!
Yeah.
I'm like, you'll roll a 1 on the 6 eventually.
It's going to be when you roll really low that you roll a 1. That's how it's going to be.
Seriously, yeah.
All right, Karis, your turn.
Okay.
I love this
I do
spell
not.
so much. I like being on the receiving end.
Snapped Attack is a good spell.
It's so good.
So how bad is this guy?
The big guy?
Uh-huh.
I mean, he's taken a pretty good amount of damage, but he's still been missed a lot. Like, you guys haven't targeted him a ton.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And how bad does Aleah look?
I mean, that was a pretty big hit, but that's the only thing she's had this whole fight.
Okay. Does it look like she could take some?
She still looks fairly hardy, but like that was a really good one hit.
Mm-hmm.
Take her down.
Yeah, that would help.
The problem is, hold on. Do we? I'm just trying to think of what I would be focusing on here.
Yeah. Got the zombie.
I know. Ren, how are you looking?
Fine.
Okay. So actually I think what I'll do is I will do another quicken spell
Love clicking spells.
to Dimension Door.
All the sorcery points in the world. Look at her go.
I know. And I'm gonna actually poof over by Raya.
All right.
Taking me with you?
Yeah.
Huh?
Taking
Do
me
you
with you?
want to be taken with? I figured no, but
Wouldn't hurt this right now, but
I thought you were focusing on Aleah. But I guess I'll ask.
I see good in both, because if you guys need healing and stuff, but
I might bring Raya back over at some point.
gotcha. Okay.
Because this one's looking real rough, right?
That one's looking
Mark.
pretty rough. Yep.
Okay. No, then we're good then.
Did Roz go, by the way?
I'll have him go after you. I forgot to have him go.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say, could I have him over here by the guy?
Let me see if he hits this thing.
on, Rob.
He misses. So, do you want him to stay?
No. No. I guess it's fine.
Okay. You
So
rolled badly.
yeah, then
I'm sorry.
a straight line through all 4 of these guys.
It's very good.
Okay.
And actually, I'll poof right here, so I'm not super in their face.
Okay. Sounds good.
Because it's a pretty long line I can do.
So
all of them con saving throws, please.
big guy 21, little guy natural 1. Big guy number 2, that's a 23. Little guy is a 18.
Okay, so one of the little guys fails, everyone else passes.
Yep, the first little guy, which
So
I think
half
is the
damage.
Lorith one, or not the Theron one. That's the one that gets.
Mhm.
Darren.
Okay.
Imagine Ren being like, "Oh, relieve me. Oh, okay, bye."
$30.
30, half
Nice.
down to 15. And little guy.
Cringe just put in a GIF in the Discord that's like accurate to all of us with Sonatic sound.
It's real.
So you again unleash this fiery sunlight just out in a line, and you watch as this big one just gets torn apart.
Yes.
A Theron
Yes.
torn apart, body parts start
Yes.
spewing everywhere.
Yeah.
Big guy.
There we go.
He's still fine. But it gets to this little one, it just rips it apart as it was barely holding
Yes.
together as well.
Oh, yes.
That was a good move. That was a good
Thank
turn.
you.
That was a
Oh,
very
I
good
love
turn.
this spell. I've been waiting to use this spell.
Yeah.
All
Everyone
right.
was saying this is where you should unleash.
Yeah, here's your unleash moment.
Doing it!
All right, anything else?
Oh, hey, I forgot to tell you something, Mark.
Yes.
These guys automatically roll at disadvantage for their con throw because they're undead.
They're not undead.
Oh,
Not undone.
Oh, they're not?
They are not undead.
Oh, they're
Nope.
they're slug things?
They are
okay,
not
okay,
un-
never
They are
mind.
holding up body
Oh.
parts, but they are not undead.
Okay, gotcha.
goody.
Never mind then.
Yep.
Yeah, and I would have Roz, probably just deal with the little guy for now.
Okay. Sounds good.
And yeah, that's it.
Sounds good. All right. The last big guy, with only you now to target Renan. He's going
Hello.
to unleash with advantage because of flanking.
Yep. Unfortunately.
First attack is that's a 20.
Meets and beats.
Second attack is another 20.
Meets and beats.
Oof.
No, that hurts. That one hurts.
18 bludgeoning, the first one. Second one is for 7, 5, 12, 17 bludgeoning. And then because you got 2 hits, you take on top of that 10 psychic damage.
Are you up?
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm up.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
There you
take
go.
me with you next time.
Little guy is the one's gonna attack
Single digits, though.
Raz. He will hit.
He brought me down from 54 to 9 in one round. Yeah, I was doing fine. I've been trying to get up the double image thing this entire fight, but I'm like, I just can't afford it, you know?
Sucks.
Raz gets bitten by this horrible looking creature as it bites down on him. And the last one, actually this one's then gonna like kind of shimmy around to there, and this one is going to here, right there. Okay. Raz gets to attack the last little, or the second to last little guy. That hits though. Raz hits.
Roz, you did it!
Let's go, Roz.
Woo!
As Raz bites out at this thing and takes him down.
Yes! Good job, Roz.
Karis, as that thing falls to the ground dead after Raz defeats it and slashes through it, your head suddenly feels less fuzzy.
That
you
one?
You still have the synaptic static thing up,
Yeah.
but maybe that'll help other things.
Oh,
the Aaron one?
okay.
Or who is that?
Yeah, which one was that?
That was just
do you
a
look like?
regular one, had body parts in it.
Hmm.
Weird.
All right, top of the round, Aleah's turn. Aleah is not happy with you, Renan.
Yeah, Ren's not happy either.
We're going to go ahead and yeah, she's gonna let out another scream. Just she screams out as this echoing bell sound in your head just reverberates again.
Can I please counter spell?
You cannot see her,
Can't see her.
Oh.
so
You moving was a lot of stuff. I was
You
like,
can no
"Ruh-roh."
longer see her. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, disadvantage, minus that d6.
You can do
Wait,
it.
is it disadvantage anymore?
Yep.
Yeah, the little one's still there. So that would be a
Oh.
9, back down to a 3,
That is a
because I rolled yet another
failure, my friend. Wow, you rolled a lot of 6s, but
A lot.
you don't want to roll these 6s. Whoa, 20!
Down.
20 necrotic damage as this just unleashes.
Down.
And Renan falls unconscious there. Alright, that is her turn. Raya, it's your turn.
You got a tablet thingy too, I think. Just to let you know.
I do.
Two enemies on me.
Yeah. How bad is the big guy looking right now?
I mean,
Just hit him?
he took good amount of damage, but he's been ignored for a while, so he's still holding together pretty well.
Me giving Ren a tablet would be an action.
Yep.
How much do you have
How much do I what?
Renan is in
You
a
dash-
very bad spot, too. I'll just say that. So,
How do
Yeah.
you mean?
Well, like he could die.
Meaning
Yeah.
they're trying to kill me, not
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
they're gonna
okay.
ignore me.
All right,
But
I'm gonna
They also bring me up and going right back down. So.
better than dead. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll go over. Let's see. 5, 10, 15. I mean, wait, actually, hold on. How many? I can't see this very well.
You'll make it. I just
You can make it
counted.
to him
Okay.
with your dash.
All right. And I give him a tablet.
You would be on this side of him,
Oh, I'm sorry.
but
Yeah, that's fine.
you would take one attack opportunity as you run by.
Do you have enough movement to get around it? Or
I guess,
no?
yeah. If you dashed, yeah. We'll
Yeah.
let you kind of weave through, come sliding in through the mud and bones and stuff to be Renan's savior as you force him to chew this tablet.
Okay.
There's a slight hesitation. He does hug a lot. I mean, no.
Yeah, no, never. Not at all. That's
What's
so
that
mean.
wisdom save
I'll teach you to hug me.
Renan, you
I'll
get to
show you.
roll a d4 plus, was it 2?
I do.
Yeah. 1d4 plus 2, I think, is what I gave you guys a roll. Or is it plus 1? It's plus 1, isn't it?
I think I have it written down.
I think it's plus 1, but I think it's half a health potion, is what I have it as. So.
Oh, maybe I don't.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
it's
1d4
d4 plus
plus
1.
one.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
So I get
roll
5.
that. Your max health goes up by that much as well.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Doesn't help a whole lot at the moment, but it's nice.
You are awake, though, to see the horrors around you. Once more. All right. Anything else you'd like to do, Aleah?
I already bonus action dashed, right?
Yep, bonus
Okay,
action,
I
dash, action, movement. I think you're done. Yep.
Yeah, I'm done.
All
Thank
right.
you. So-
Renan, it's your turn now.
It is my turn. Okay, I was trying to remember. Yeah.
I'm like, stay up, stay up.
All right. How's Raya looking?
I'm okay. One good hit and I could be done, but I also have disadvantage and uncanny dodge, so I'm not. Don't worry about me.
Better than you.
Plus, if I go down,
Better than you.
I'm the least. I'm the least of your problems. I go down. I should go down first, technically.
There. All right. So I'm going to bonus action Misty Step.
All right.
5, 10.
I forgot you still had that.
I was almost
You do.
getting rid of it.
It always comes in handy, right? Alright,
Always
let's
comes in handy. I'm gonna move here,
Okay.
and then
I think you still technically Misty Step prone, but you can use half your movement to say that.
You roll it.
Yeah, no, he definitely like Misty steps on the ground away,
Just
and then
Misty roll. That's what it is.
he Misty screams out of the way and rolls. Get back on his feet. I don't have a way to heal myself right now because that was a spell.
You want me to lay on hands left?
I do, I just don't like doing that, and it's not much. I only have 5, so it's usually like 1s to bring people up. So I'm going to action chromatic orb at 2nd level, the big guy.
Well, 2, isn't it?
You're right. Yeah, no, you're right. So have to be a cantrip. I'll dash. I'm just gonna dash away so I can heal up.
All right. As you run back that direction, you suddenly feel like whatever is giving you those disadvantages dissipates as well. Go ahead and make, at the end of your turn, an intelligence saving throw, just minusing the d6 now.
Hey!
Oh.
Please, please. Well, no.
Oh no! Oh no!
That's an 8. That's a 6.
Okay. Well, still
Nah.
that
You're doing good.
still that synaptic stack clings on, as it is the most deadly spell in the world apparently, but
It really is.
it's pretty bad. But hey, you're
Counting how many turns? Like, does it go for a certain amount of turns at all?
it's a minute, right? So
Gotta be coming up on it soon, right?
I mean, I think her or sunbeam will go away the same turn as synaptic static.
Mm-hmm.
So
Rough. Whew. Alright. That's me
Or
turn.
lie, that's what matters.
Actually, does this have a limit on it? Oh, 1 minute. Okay, metal thoughts for 1 minute. It doesn't say it in the top
Yeah.
of the spell, which is weird, but
Just 80 years old.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it doesn't say on the
There's always
top
a little
of
lock
the
after
yeah.
that.
But in the description it says 1 minute. So, Karis, your turn.
All right. Hold on 1 second. I thought I had more sorcery points, but I don't.
Can convert, shall we?
Okay. Well, I can still get this guy. I'll move a little closer though. 5. Here. I will use a bonus action to convert one of my. Let's do one of my 3rd level spells into sorcery points.
All right.
Okay, and then for my action, I will sunbeam this guy.
The big guy.
Yeah.
All right. Constitution saving throw is 23. These guys are rolled really good on their con saves.
A lot of 23s on those big guys, yeah.
They have very good Constitution though, so.
I'm gonna use a sorcery point to reroll some numbers.
Do it.
There we go. Okay, so. $36.
36. Nice. Half down to 18. Sounds good. Anything else?
Awesome.
Nope, that's all my actions.
All right. You feel as you got to that location, though, that your head became a little muddled again, so give me a disadvantage intelligence save minus a d6.
I'm doomed, like, no matter, unless I roll, like, a nat 20. And
Okay.
even then, I'm
You get
doomed,
the plus
so-
4.
No, I have no I have no intelligence modifier whatsoever. So if I'm minusing a d6,
Yeah.
It's pretty rough.
there's
Already.
no way.
Okay,
Yeah, so.
sounds good. The last big hulking one now stares down at you, Raya, as you're the only one nearby.
I'm ready.
You ready for this?
Disadvantage, please.
First one will be a disadvantage.
Yeah, that's huge. I forgot that you had that.
17 to hit.
Hits.
All right. So your disadvantage
Um,
drops.
Yeah. Wait, I'm sorry. For uncanny dodge, can I
15.
see? I'm sorry.
You can see how much damage it
um,
is, but yeah, 15 for this first one. Bludgeoning.
I'll take that one.
Okay. Second attack is straight roll. Cocked. Same roll as before that hits.
Ah.
That's 15 more bludgeoning damage.
Half it.
Okay. Down to 7. And then you, on top of that, get psychic damage because it hit you for 2. For 6 more psychic damage on top of that.
Okay.
You up?
All right.
All right.
I'm about where Renan was a few short moments ago, but I'm doing okay.
Oh, man.
Little guy wants to help Papa out and is going to come over to you. Attack with advantage now.
Is Roz going again? Do you remember him? by
Yeah,
the way?
he's next.
Okay.
He had his turn last time. A 1 and a 2 on the die. So that little guy is not making his Papa happy. He fails and misses. All right. And then Roz gets to go. You didn't tell him to attack anybody, but who would
It's
you?
just whoever.
Okay.
So that's usually I feel like what the.
Should I roll between the two then and see which one he goes for?
Is there one that looks more hurt than the other?
They're both pretty bad. So.
Okay. Yeah. Roll.
Okay. It's a little guy. He goes up to
Do it
attack
wrong.
little guy. Natural 20. He can't even survive this. He's dead.
I was saying, does it go for flank? He doesn't need it. All right.
Raz kills that little one just by slicing through it. His body parts kind of hit the siding of the wall and slide down. Slugs are flopping
Nice.
everywhere. It's pretty gross. Top of the round, though, we get to Aleah's turn. And she is very unhappy with this whole situation. She will go ahead and move here.
Ugh.
Actually, she'll from here still. She'll do her Toll the Dead first as she peeks around and unleashes on you, Raya. She'll start off with
Can I
that.
counter if she's peeking around?
You can.
Okay.
So you counterspell, it's dissipated.
Yeah.
But then she'll move to here. All right. Raya, it's your turn. At the start of your turn, you take 5 poison damage, being in her aura.
Still up.
Okay.
Barely, baby, barely. I got 2 hit points and I'm ready to use them. I am going to. Bad does Aleah look? You said she looks pretty bad.
She's rough.
She's fine.
Not horrible, but she's rough.
I'll let you guys do that. I'm going to hit the monster man with my sword.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, please, for 1 attack first.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bonus action another attack, like another sword attack, so I'll have 2 chances in case I miss.
Okay. Go ahead and make your first attack. Straight roll.
Straight roll.
Straight roll.
19 to hit.
That will hit.
And do no, never mind. And then I'm gonna roll the other one now, so I can just do damage all at once. And then the other one's 20 to hit.
Yep, both hit.
Cool. I don't want to do math. Let's see. Oh, that'd be never mind. I can do that. 13 on the first hit. I'm sorry, 16 on the first hit. And then I'm rolling a lot of 6s. I'm rolling good 6s, not like that one. And then
It should only be
same
2
thing.
d6s though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
I'm sorry, not the other one. I'm sorry, I didn't do the other. I rolled another 6. Okay, so it's 12. 18. The second one.
Nice.
Is he still up?
You bring both your blades with radiant energy slicing through this thing as you
Yeah.
cut off both arms and it just flops to the ground, defeated.
Okay.
Nice.
I got him, guys. And then yeah, I used all my stuff.
Yep.
Sorry, there's someone really loud outside. And that's all I can do.
All right. Renan, it's your turn.
Cool. It's me.
It's you.
It's me. So she looks rough.
She's,
Or-
I mean, she's taking some damage. She's still looking all right, but
Still don't make it.
Run to the bathroom. Do I have time? Are you gonna take a little bit on your turn? Sometimes you do.
Probably.
run,
I'm
Rachel,
sorry.
run!
Ah! Don't know what the best thing to do to get her out of there. Alright, fine.
I'm almost done with this. If I can go down. Well, maybe not. Actually, yeah, never mind.
I'll second level healing word you.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
a lot, but oh wait, can I? Did you say I could do cure wounds at a distance, or no? It's spare the dying.
Spare
at a
the
distance,
dying's a
right?
distance one.
Thinking of the- Oh, buddy. I'm out of spell slots. Okay, so 5. You get 9 healing there.
You tripled my amount before, so.
Something. And then just gonna move up here and frostbite Aleah.
All right.
The Constitution saving throw. Please.
Sure thing. Constitution saving throw. That will be a 16.
That's my.
Oh, you got it. Okay, yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Is she minus a 6?
She's not.
I don't think frostbites ever work. All right,
I'm sorry.
it's fine.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna ban this guy.
Sorry, beat you to it.
Hey, beat me to it. He's gonna cry. It's just like this fight.
Give me an intelligence saving throw at the end of your turn. Just with a minus d6.
You can do it.
I'm pretty sure I fail. So 13 plus 4 is 17. Minus 6.
Okay, no.
Down to an 11.
No, you fail. This is why Ed still died. This is why Ed still died.
Oh, yeah.
It's so bad.
It's very
Oh,
bad.
yeah. And if you have
Okay.
low intelligence, you're just caught in a perpetual
Oh
loop.
yeah.
Yep.
So
I got a
it-
0 intelligence.
Yeah.
All right. Karis, your turn.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20. And just as a refresher, I don't think I'd kill her on this, but like if we want to say going to death saving throw and then like stabilizing her, the only way to kill her is if I went over her max hit points, right? That's how we're playing it. Okay.
Yep. I'll go to death
All right.
saves with her.
Okay. Constitution saving throw, please.
All right. That is an 8 plus 3 for an 11.
Okay, she
Yeah.
fails. So she takes full damage and is blinded until my next turn.
All right.
Explode her head.
Roll the damage.
What would you do if Karis actually just exploded Aleah's head here?
That'd be really
very
funny.
sad. That'd be
Traumatized.
horribly
Um,
sad.
Terrifying.
So sorcery point to reroll some numbers.
She wants
I
to
think I
end
got
this.
all
and
One.
kill
I got all 1s and 3s.
them. All right.
Okay.
My bonus action. I did bonus.
Yeah, you did. You did bonus or word, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I have to recount.
Sorry.
No. You guys can talk. It's fine.
It's okay.
35.
35. All right.
It's actually really good.
You fire this off. She gets thrown back into the wall right there in the corner. Just kind of slams into it and slumps down to the ground. Just kill. And she flops over unconscious.
Hey.
Awesome. Get her, Ren! Get her! I'm like yelling. Not yelling,
Oh.
but
Her. Go to bear the dying on her.
And she's
Slowly.
still lying there on the ground, unconscious here. Again, not jittery, not twitchy. It's weird seeing her shift from like this abnormal movements, very twitchy look to this still, quiet girl. As you finish this off and put her at this rest and stabilization. We'll pick up with this story next week.
woo!
Continuing onward.
That was rough, everyone.
This was a
Wow.
long session.
That was
Thank you for sticking around. This was a crazy one.
my work. Come on, hit me. Like, are you coming in? I'm like, I'll be there when my character survives. Right back. Oh.
Oh
Y'all
man,
came a little close there.
that was a tough fight, and those are some tough monsters. I love these things. So,
Oh wow.
Really good.
they're really good
So
against
much
people
math.
who have good saves. I love that. But we're going to sign off on this because we took you guys late. But that was an amazing win for our team here. Very tight fight. Aleah's tough, and these creatures are tough. You guys are all awesome. We love you all so much. Sign off on the recording. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for being here.